Hello, chat. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Oh, it's Thursday night. So guess what that means? It's time. Well, it's time to go to bed. Good night, everybody. No. It is a Thursday night show. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all, to the Thursday night show. Thank you all for being here. My name is Sean, also known as Potentially Criminal. I'm an attorney in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And tonight we got a couple serious things that are kind of funny. And then we just got some serious things. But overall, it's going to be a pretty good show. It's not going to be a monsterly long one like last week was. But it'll be good. I think it'll be good. There'll be some lulls will be had, Chad. I can promise you that. Some lulls will be had. It's up to you what you make of those lulls at the end of the day. But that's really story of life at this point. It's what you make of it. It's what you make of it. All right, guys. So before we get started, just wanted to let everybody know we are live on YouTube and we are live on Twitter. So me would say, what about Rumble? Rumble again wanted to fight. So no Rumble tonight. For the 5 of you who actually use Rumble, I am sorry. But Rumble wanted to fight me, so I'm not fighting with Rumble tonight. Certainly not going to harass Rumble. I mean, maybe there's a lesson in there for people. We can get to things later. So that is where we are right now with things. And then last but not least, we are live on Locals. And if you guys don't know what Locals is, it's everything we really wanted Patreon to be, but it never could because Patreon was run by a bunch of commie cucks. So at potentiallycriminal.locals.com, guys, you can join us. It's a community just like Patreon. It costs you nothing to sign up. You can post on the wall and be part of things that are open to the community there. If you wish to support me, you can support me for $3 a month. You pay for 10 months, you get 2 months free. And then on top of that, with that support, I feel like Darkside Phil when I keep talking about support. But anyway, when you do that, you get access to the live shows. On Locals, we do 2 live shows a week. We do one Monday night. So yes, even though this past Monday we were live here on YouTube, we went and did Locals. We always do Locals. And then Thursday night, so after this show, we go and hang out on Locals. Locals, we can do all the stuff we can't do here. We can watch certain types of videos. We can talk about certain things. We can do certain stuff that you can't get away with. You can't do it here, and we are allowed to do it on Locals. So, yes, even though Dave Rubin and Rumble own Locals, it is still a very good place to go. Like I said, guys, $3 a month. It's not a whole lot for that value. 8 shows a month at minimum. A lot of times we have Formula One. Formula One is back this week. I believe they're at Spa-Francorchamps in the Belgian forest in the Ardennes. That's right. They're racing in the Ardennes forest, one of the coolest and old school tracks they have. When you watching those guys fly through Eau Rouge is going to be something to see, and it never gets old. Up the Camel Straight, it never gets old. We watch Formula One. We watch Mr. Medicare when he's live. Sometimes we'll watch the casino. It all depends, chat. But join us over there. Sometimes we just go live and hang out, kind of like here when your members here. Sometimes we just do a stream. You guys could find those at potentiallycriminal.locals.com. Use the promo code Summertime 2025. Give it 1 month free. Take a look, see if you like it. I think you're going to love it. I hope to see you guys there. And also right now, I forget, we do have a live stream. Chat that's up right now that's open for everybody. You guys can go over there and you guys can type in all kinds of shit that YouTube won't let you type here, and you can post things that maybe I could show, maybe I can't. So, right now they're building a nice old tower. 2 of them, the Hutto and Johan, are building towers over in Locals. And while I can't show the tower, obviously you know what they're building. And we'll go from there. So, yes, look forward to seeing you guys there tonight. It will be a fun time. Stacy said start time is not 9:30. Yes, it is. We started at 9:30. Safa. Dolly says, how late will he be? I don't know. How wrong will you be? Oh. I mean, sometimes I like to do this just to spite you guys. To suffer. It's like me, chat, you're wrong. I love making chat wrong. And also, I know this was brought up earlier from the lovely Mrs. 2.0, but we're going to use our Proud Foamer cup because why not? Why not? We still have a potentially criminal cup, but just tonight we're switching it up because it's new. Hulk Hogan's Ghost says, "It's okay to be late, brother. I understand you need to dry your eyes." Yes. Sadly, guys, we've lost a lot of greats this week. We've lost Ozzy Osbourne. We lost Chuck Mangione. And we've lost the Hulkster himself. Brother. Me. Brother. We lost Hulk Hogan today. And yes, dust comes in threes. And I guess the Grim Reaper wasn't counting Malcolm Jamal Warner, Theo Huxtable, as part of that three because I guess he's not white. So he's like, that doesn't count. I got to kill 3 white celebrities. Oh boy, that's a little awkward. I wonder if there is I wonder if there's some sort of like HR meeting up in heaven where God sits down with the Grim Reaper and it's like, so Grim Reaper, so Grim, yeah, what's the deal with that? Seems a little racist there, buddy. It's a little funny there. But yes, rest in peace to all 4 of those guys. Remember, Malcolm Jamal Warner was Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show. Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness. Chuck Mangione, world-renowned trumpet player. And, he was on King of the Hill. That's that guy. He was, when the Megalomart exploded. And Buckley died. It was all during that when Chuck Mangione was playing a concert. And then Hulk Hogan, the man who doesn't need an introduction. Man who was famous for just crushing people in the WWF. Part of the New World Order. One of the best heel turns ever. And the man who destroyed Gawker. That's a pretty cool, that's a lot of cool shit to put on your tombstone. Even beat up Andre the Giant. Cool stuff. He played the flugelhorn, not the trumpet. Do I look like I know what that... I have no idea what you're talking about. MLS David saying Epstein didn't kill himself. Yes, he did not. Yes, and EDW Raptor for $2 says, can we get an HH in chat in memory of Hulk Hogan, chat? That's right. And more importantly, if you want to dedicate anything to Hulk Hogan, do those comments at 14 words. And make sure you have 2 words with H's in them and you capitalize the H's. It's very critical you do that. So, River Caps is so funny. What's funnier is you're on time. Yes. Ignatius Vaniox says, happy birthday, fat man. Remember, it's not my birthday yet till August 10th. But as part of the celebration 2.0 has got me a bunch of stuff. And we've got to open it. And I'll start with that because we have mail that came in. And just like Versace, I'm going to be checking the mail. But we got to wait a minute for that. Yes, Hulk Hogan with his 24-inch pythons, brother. Oh. And yes, guys, today, it's the 175th episode of the show. 175 weeks of this. That's a lot of cringe and a lot of gay over the course of, about 3.5 years. But we are there, chat. Episode 175. Look how far we've come. Look how far we've come. Oh, buddy. I remember the first time I did this, it was like to 10 people, if that. It just kept going and going and going and going. And now you guys are all here. Look at where we are. You go back to see one of the first episodes, and all I had were these 2 bookcases right behind me and the 2 Fromes behind me on the wall, and that was it. I had the microphone that was down here on the table, and every time I touched the table, it would shake, and people could hear it, and it drove them crazy. Yeah, it's a change, chat. It's a change. So, 0 days without a Rumble issue. Well, hey, that's Rumble. So, Jefferson Poe says, I see the name of my state, and I'm ready to cringe. Well, we're gonna get to that. It's an interesting story. So, we're gonna get to that here. EDW Raptor for 5 subs. You know, starting us off right earlier tonight. Let's fucking go. And you know what? Because he sent it in. We'll just start off there. But chat, remember, when you purchase memberships, when you bring in subs to the table, you're helping get rid of the grays. And this is a visual representation of what happens to those grays. Just beautiful. Should warm your heart. It should warm your heart. All right, chat. And then real quick, the Chugi Show Live says, "Man for 7 months." Thank you for the support, Chugi. I know some of you guys, I know you've like re-upped and like YouTube gets all weird for stuff. But anyways, more drama? Mo. I think you mean no. But yes, we'll have more drama. All right. So here we go, chat. We got to open this up first. All right. Actually, I should just do these in order because there's a big box and that's holding up everything. This did not come from EDW. I don't know who this came from. Came in the mail though. To the P.O. box, which you guys can send stuff to below. Please make sure it ticks. I don't want... My life is painful existence, so don't be afraid to do that. Okay, so we've got a... Is there a note here? Okay. It says, a new green Make America Green embroidered hat, Earth Day hat, friendly eco hat. Thank you for your purchase. Is there another note here? I think, is this from KLF? Is this from you? No, it's just they have a dog on their thing that's a husky. Okay. No. But whoever got this for me, one size. Well, it's a problem with me. I got a big old fucking head. Yeah, you're like, yeah, my mom was probably Wonder Woman when I was born. So, I mean, like, we got to take all the slack out, chat. Here we go. That might not even be enough. Oh, actually, yes, it is. Oh, wow. This one's large noggin. Here we go. All right. That's right, chat. Make America green again. Yes. Yes. So whoever got this for me, I can't see. Did anybody actually get this for me? So whoever got this for me, thank you. This is a great hat. I love it. I love it, chat. Make America green again, chat. That's what we're here to do. All right. So give me the whole box. Thank you. All right. This one real quick. We'll get it out of the way. Oh. This came to the P.O. box. Don't know what it is. I didn't open it yet. Oh, there's notes. One of you back left me a note so I can tell you who it is. Okay. We won't be erased. Our pride brings the tide. Sponsored by Kimbo's Tits and Grits, Breakfast Bar and Gentlemen's Club. Our sausages fill your mouths, not your wallet. From the Council of Cool Kids. So I'm assuming this is from Kimbo. Here, okay. Thank you, Kimbo. And it's a sign. I don't know what it says. Very appropriate. I'm going to make sure this goes on the door because this has to go up. It's a warning for everybody. So when I get swatted, they're going to know, be careful, there's a retard in the room. They're going to need to know that. Thank you, Kimbo. When I get raided, that'll be very critical and keep me alive. All right. Now the big thing from EDW Raptor. This is from him. Do yours first. Okay. All right, hold on, chat. I gotta grab the hell did it go? All right. This is from 2.0. This is from 2.0 here. She wanted me to do this one first. All right. So. Ooh. It's a neon light. Okay. For, like, can I program it? What is this? I love you. I love you so much. Did you guys get this made from that guy on TikTok? Oh, that guy would have been funny. Okay. All right, chat. Well, it is a neon sign. I look weird without his glasses. What do you mean? I'm wearing my glasses. All right. Anyway. So we'll have to set that up, chat. Yeah, I know. I thought it was going to be it's Tony. And they'll just be like, you fat. Oh, Anonymous Dad said, I sent you the hat, Sean. Happy birthday. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. And then, yes, I appreciate this beautiful neon sign. Like, I'm accidentally going to become a train influencer at some point, probably, because of this. You know, I'm going to, like, Norfolk Southern's going to call me like, hey, Sean, we heard we want to do a collab with you. And I'm like, okay. We heard you like trains. And you want to come on a train ride with us? And I'll be like, okay. All right. Oh, yes. Choo choo. Yes. Thank you for being here, Meme Copium. All right, guys. Now, this last one. Now, I was told we have to play a song that goes along with this. I guess. I'm not sure. Makes me worried here, but apparently we're doing this. So, yeah, Meme heard about trains, so. All aboard the Tard Express. Okay, apparently we need to listen to this. So, here we go, I guess. Okay, so here we go. Yes, let's get a hype train going, chat. A real one, not like Pirate Software's. A real hype train. Read. Okay. Good evening, blogger. We who have been watching you stream for a while know how much you love communism and trains. So I put together this little package I call the Russian nesting doll. Please tell me it's like a bunch of unused ordnance. Enjoy, Comrade Foamer. Tovarish. Foamer. From EDW Raptor. Well, thank you. All right. We got some bubble wrap. Then another box. I hope there was nothing else in there. Yeah, Russian news music. Thank you, Henrik. That's what I thought to myself. Epic shit. This is nerve-wracking for me. My luck, it's like fucking a pile of Baldos or something. Or spiders wearing Baldos. Am I building a box for it? It feels like it some days. The past. Okay, so first... Okay, well, we got... I guess, you know, yeah, Goryl Paruski for a while now, I guess. Although this kind of looks like it's East German a little bit. I don't know. It does not fit on my head very well, but all right, there we go. Will it fit? Probably not. Dude, I got a large melon. Okay. So much. Yeah, like I'm like the littlest retarded on the... Real quick, it's like, my name is Michael Limius. I'm hunting for Manitoba. Submarines go down. Like, it just like it doesn't fit on my head. Oh no. I know it doesn't fit. It's like a yarmulke. So he's fat. Oh no, there's not a lot of fat up here. This is just... He has a large cranium. All right. Yes. His head is too boku. Yep. Like I said, some days I think my mom was probably fucking Wonder Woman. There. I already read the note. Is there another note? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Let me grab the note. I thought I already grabbed it. Hold on, chat. Oh, I gotta cross the room. There's not another note, chat. I read the one. Oh, it's in the hat. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, so what is this from? Is this from like a... Am I doing like escape and evasion practice now? Oh, hold on. It fell out. Give me 1 second. I gotta go grab it. It's like, where's the other fucking note? All right. Okay, I found the note. Okay. All right, because it said there was a note in the hat, and I'm like, I can't read that. Okay, so this is straight from Zaporizhia, which is in southern Ukraine, where the Russians are dominating right now. Shh. Sorry if you're a ukulele fan out there. Gift number 1, the Soviet Ministry of Railways Senior Official Parade Cap, 1989. Wear it with pride, comrade. Really, if this is like from there, like this is in really good condition. Wow. Wow, this thing was 4 years old when this thing was made. So, you know, spasiba. What? The stamps are on the box. Oh, shit, it's from Ukraine. I see. Well, on the bottom, there's stamps. Okay. Okay, there's another stamp. Okay. Can I read this number out loud? Raptor, can I read this out loud or what? This is still getting clipped. Sure. That's fine. There are no fat Russians. Well, not on the front line. They get hit by the drones. The next stamp is on the next box. I know, but can I read this little, like, you have coordinates here. Like, if I read this, is there like a bunch of Ukrainians going to get hit with a grad strike? Because I'll read this like 15 times in a row. They watched your channel and sent me a surprise. Well, they better make it. They better stick because I don't want to walk away from it. I have no idea what those numbers are, Lamau. Okay, well, it's like LM0657677145UA. Fire for effect! Ukrainians in the open. Hit them with everything, I guess. Every Gradikin's all you can muster. Oh. What do the numbers mean? You just got to scream for him. Okay. So, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? What do they mean? I don't know. Steiner. Kravchenko. They all must die. Oh. Yes, they killed Coach Red Pill. Yes, this is their response. Yes. Oh. So let's see. Here we go. Okay. So gift number 2 says, you will need to know where the trains are going across this great and vast USSR with this railway atlas from 1986. Oh, and it's from, it's got Ukrainian, well, is this going to have your address on it? No. Got customs declarations from Ho-Ho Land. Cool. From Odessa, which won't be Ukrainian for long. God willing. It's Coach Red Pill's hat that he borrowed from Dame. Now that would be some you know, fuck having Wilshire Boulevard. If this really is from Coach Red Pill, this is history right here. This is Buddha is now law commissar. I got a Tokarev in the safe, so we're ready for that. It's a Romanian one, but close enough. Ukrainians didn't make Tokarevs, so the address won't be valid next week anyway. Yeah. Is this really a like? Okay. Like, no shit. This is it's okay. Yeah, this is definitely in fucking Cyrillic. Yeah, this is yeah. Yeah, I can kind of tell where things are based on the rough geography of stuff, but like that's it. Like I could tell that's the Caspian Sea on this page, and I could tell this is the Caucasus Mountains. I could tell this is I could tell here this is Azerbaijan and Armenia, because you could see where is my finger? Okay. That's Baku. And then this is Stepanakert. And then right in the middle is Armenia, Artsakh, whatever you wish to call that region right now. Although not really Artsakh anymore. The Armenians got run out. So yeah. Yeah, this is thank you. Oh, hold on. I guess we gotta keep going here because there's more. Sorry. You can see poverty. They're communists. And then look, part of Ukraine that's not going to be Ukraine much longer. Speaking of Odessa, that's Odessa right here. This is Odessa. The Azerbaijani Turks. Well, hold on. Doesn't work because the Azeris are Turks, and the Turks won't let that happen. Like, they're broskies. And like, the Azeris are like 25% of Iran's population. So like, it's gonna be a bit of an issue. All right, and then there's this. I don't know what this is here. Okay. No glowing like uranium or something. I'm a little disappointed. I was not going to have something shipped directly to me from Ukraine that ticks. Enjoy. Well, thank you. I appreciate the thought. Open top. Good advice. All right. Swear to God, these are like spiders from Ukraine. Okay. Oh, fucking did I get paper cut? A box. Okay. Okay, to ensure the trains are on time, your streams are not late, Foamer. Here is a Monaya pocket watch made by the finest watchmakers in Chelyabinsk. It is railroad themed. It was made somewhere between 1960 and 1970. We won't know exactly what year unless opened up and the crystals are counted. It came to me from a Bulgarian watch shop and is in working order. Oh my God. You guys are like accidentally turning me into a foamer. It's like forced foamerization. I'm going to be testifying in a couple of years. Oh, this isn't. That looks kind of nice. So, no, not Baldonian or Bulgarian. No, those are Minnesota regional dialects. No, Bulgarian. Bulgaria. Ooh. Very nice. I got to figure out how to. Like... How do you wind it? Or how do you open it? How do you wind it? I'll work on that. So, just shake it and it works. You mean just shake it like a shake weight? No, we'll figure this out in a minute, but thank you, EDW. Oh, you guys need to see it. Yes, there you go. There you go, chat. There you go. It's movement powered. Okay. Well, I don't. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, some streamers are groomed into being trans and groomed into foaming. Yes, the back of it's got a big old choo-choo train. There. Doesn't tell time, points to the nearest catalytic converter. Well, God, then I'll be the most popular guy in the hood with that. Okay. Put it in the pocket. I'll have to walk with the pocket watch. Yeah, that's a. I don't know if I want to walk. All right, chat. All right. It's perpetual movement like a Rolex. Okay. Oh. Well, thank you very much, EDW After. I appreciate this. Are you synthesizing platinum? Yes. Yes. Out back by the Terracon. You have to beat off the watch for it to work. He's just like me, for real. All right. So, yeah, slow clap for the gift game. Yes, very good gift game. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Now I go, oof. It's like, make my head sweat. And like I said, is there no adjustment at all, I think, is there? Probably not. Yeah, this is just a little small for me, but we'll wear it. Maybe I'll go to Ukraine one day and wear this on my hat and be like, Privet Hohos, how are you today? Don't you like being in Russia again? Yes, Hulk Hogan did die today. There's the 3. That's 4 people, though. Remember, Theo Huxtable, Ozzy Osbourne, Chuck Mangione, and Hulk Hogan. That's 4 people. Yes, Hulk Hogan really did die. Standing Dr. Zhivago next movie, yes. I will go to Ukraine and start calling everyone a system pig, yes. Sorry for what? There's nothing wrong to be sorry about. So, oh, you didn't know about Chuck? Yeah. Say, take the sticker out the bottom of your why? What's on the bottom of my sticker? What? Why? What's it do? What's it? Oh, it's full of drink right now. What's on the bottom of the sticker? Lol cow idols are dropping dead. Yeah. Yeah, this doesn't. What? Like, why? Because you don't want people to get the same tumbler? I don't get it, okay? The Megalomart flags are at half-mast, yes. The 3/5 rule rounded down, yes. It's ghost to keep your price sticker on. Well, I didn't know there was... Well, I didn't fucking do this. I didn't buy it. I'm looking factually retarded now. Yes. I know, maybe Hassan will be my friend now. Yes. Hello, fellow loser communist. Hello. You know, Zdravitsya. He looks like our own tart in that setup. You feel like a fucking tart. Oh, there we go. It's an LSD sticker, yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Roosevelt. All right, guys. All right. I've officially joined NAFO. I'd fucking need a bullet if that happens. Oh, I don't know. Wrong end. That's why nothing came out when I drank. This was worth it. I'm putting on clothes at the behest of chat. I'm turning into DSP. I don't know where you live, but I will kill you. I will find you somehow. Oh, God, hot. So. Yeah, Connie Francis died? I didn't know. Nicholas says, I got good hat hair. The hair stays down pretty good once it gets... When I first mess with it, it doesn't, you know, like... When you take a shower, it's a big mess. And even when I comb it down, it takes, like... By the end of the day, it kind of falls flat. So thank you, EDW. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. This is how dumb lawyers truly are, chat. Yes, they are. So. Keep at it says Glendale, California. That's where all the Armenians live. Do you know where? Can you introduce me to Anna? All right. Sweet says that's called greasy hair. My hair is not okay. No, my hair is not. Hold on. Hey, is my hair greasy? 2.0 says no. My hair is not greasy. No. I maybe part Italian, but I do not have greasy ass hair. Let me tell you what. So. All right, chat. Yes, dude, you are a Sicilian. Yeah, partially. So, Chugi Show says for $4.99 real quick. We're gonna catch all these super chats, guys, and we'll get into it. Says more drama. Also, if Macron, meaning Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, his wife Brigitte, is actually a man, then I want proof Sean is actually fat and not just wearing fat suits. Yeah, that's it. Oh, thank you. Tech Guy South says the 175 is the number of shower texts Nick has sent me since last week. Oh, buddy. That's funny. Hopefully you got the water heater going because I'm sure it takes up a lot of time. Let's see here. Amateur Iconoclast says the USS Defiant sucks. No matter how much you hate Laser Pig. What did Laser... Like, I hate Laser Pig with a passion. He's fucking insufferable. What did he do now? What did he do now? What did he do now? I know that, you know, the Defiance in Star Trek, yeah, isn't it like... Yeah, it's like one of the ships in Deep Space Nine, isn't it? Or, not Voyager. What's the one fucking Captain... Yeah, and Voyager. Isn't she the Voyager or no? I don't know. I don't really know. It's Cisco. Oh, was Deep Space Nine? Oh, he did a hit piece on it? What, did he fucking find out it's like they're actually Russians or something and he masturbated about it? Fucking hate Laser Pig. He ruined League of Pigs too for me. Thank you, by the way, Iconoclast. Base Shaman says, sorry, off topic. How likely do you think illegals will be thrown off the census and how impactful would it be? Well, I hope they are. And yeah, that would be... We get rid of 30 million people off the rolls. That changes the voter counts in a lot of places. So yeah, not a bad idea. Parallax. been a member for 33 months. And Parallax, I appreciate all the work you do, man. I appreciate it very much. Hope you're doing well. Says, members, use this member chat to buy Creator Clash. I'm going to get no bidding war with Ethan Klein for it. Yes. EDW Raptor says, who is Hulk Hogan? Do you mean Thunderlips? Yes. The guy who said you're a lot. Yes. Fedigator's been a member for 14 months. Has 175 sufferings. Take your vitamins. Say your prayers. Yes. And then AJ Arguello gifted 10 subs. Let's fucking go tonight, chat. Let's go. Like, I am ready to rock. Just another one. Just some woos for the chat this week. Ignatius of Antioch's been a member for 4 months. Says, I'm a 4-month freeloader. Let's fucking go. Well, thank you. And then Anonymous Dad said, I sent you the hat, Sean. Happy birthday. Well, thank you. Then Nick Kreuzer says, Malibu, Sean. Thank you for $20. Wow. You guys are just on fire tonight. So let's get started. God, we spent 40 minutes fucking around. I'm sorry, chat. Wait. Hold on. Hey, is that thunder? Holy shit, I thought like somebody, geez, I thought somebody hit, one of my neighbors fucking ran into a house or something. The lights are, oh geez, wow. Hold on, chat. Hold on 1 second. Wow, chat, that's like, it's like that Saving Private Ryan where the artillery's going off. So, all right, guys, sorry about that. 40 minutes in. What better time? Oh, hold on 1 second. I was like, hey, can you check to make sure the car, like the hatch on the car is down? Because I had to grab all the shit from EDW from the post office and put it in the back. She's like, well, I can't see. And I'm like, why can't you? I didn't bring my glasses. It's like, why would you just bring them the first time? It's like, I thought the lightning would help me see. Okay. Yeah, I know I can see it. It's, hold on, chat. I need to make sure I don't have like a fucking tornado warning or something for my area. Here, hold on. We have to do part of the show from the basement. You heard the thunder? Okay, well. There's a special marine warning for me. Okay, well. Radar. Boop, boo. Oh, no, we're just getting hit by a little band of storm. Okay. God, where did this come from? Oh, it came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's going to pass us in like... It's right on top of us, so it'll be here. It'll be gone in a minute. All right, good. I don't have to worry about it. Thank you, Nick Kreuzer. Yes, show us the basement. Well, yeah. Oh, Sean, why would I need a marine warning when I take the train? Is the Weather Channel calling me a whale too? Yes. Yeah, well, you know what? That tornado is going to pick me up. It's going to like throw its back out. I was like, I'll just go whack it. All right, guys. So here we go. All right. Moving on. The stuff you guys want to know about. The gayest men in Minnesota. The gayest men in Minnesota. And once again, chat, how can they be lovers if they can't be friends? Well, there are some updates in the HRO saga of Nicholas Robert Rekieta and I think Aaron Michael Imholt, also known as Aaron Michael Imholte, also known as the Steel Toe Morning Show. And yes, there are some updates in the HRO saga. It was set for yesterday, but we didn't have it. What had happened? Well, what had happened was on July 21st, Ross Montgomery, the attorney that Aaron had hired, filed a notice of withdrawal of counsel because he looked at the case file and he's like, it's too gay. He's like, I don't want to catch AIDS. He's like, it's all gay. And he bailed. So he had to withdraw. It's not clear why. But anyways, he withdraws his counsel for Aaron Imholt in the above referenced matter. The notice was done there, and that part happened. You're like, okay, great. He withdrew. So what did Aaron do? Well, Aaron then turned around and did some filing. And Aaron basically said, oh, hold on. Damn it, chat, that didn't come over, did it? Ah, crap. Here we go. Anyways, here's where it is, chat. This is Aaron's attorney withdrawing notice of withdrawal. Yes, you're supposed to see this. So, yes, and then we saw on July 21st via e-filing, Aaron put together a letter to the court. And wow, that's going to be really big. We got to tone that down. And it says, Dear Court Administrator, my counsel Ross Montgomery had to withdraw from this case for personal reasons. He asked that my request for a brief continuance this matter be granted while my new counsel and I get up to speed on the cases. I politely and respectfully asked for some extra time to fully prepare for this hearing. Thank you, Aaron Imholt. Which, like, okay, he's got a snazzy signature. And you're like, but this is what Aaron's handwriting looks like. When I got that Stoney's gift certificate, chat, this is how it was written on there. And I was like, I wanted to ask, like, I asked Aaron, I'm like, do your kids help you write that? He's like, no, I wrote that. Aaron's like, no, I wrote that. I'm like, holy shit. You work on the penmanship there, brother. At least it's legible, but okay. It still worked. It's legible. And then after that, we once again have, by July 22nd, from the esteemed Francis White Law, the whitest law firm in all of Minnesota, says, Dear District Court Judge, this correspondence is submitted in immediate response. They say, we oppose this request. Petitioner has had what appears to be extensive assistance from his now former counsel preparing his case. Yes. The exhibits uploaded to MNDS were extensive and numerous, and while I'm attempting to understand this then potential relevance to this hearing. Okay. So it sounds like he did his job. He's prepared. That said, there is no added benefit and continuance for either party. Well, for Aaron to have counsel, that's a pretty big benefit. I mean, unless you're arguing that you're such a shit lawyer, Nick may as well just do it on his own. By contrast, any continuance further extends the negative impact to my widow counsel Nick's occupation. Why? It hasn't stopped. Why? Nick's doing pretty good. He talks about Kurt all the time. I mean, like, Nick found a new groove talking about Kurt. I mean, I hear it, chat. I'll save you. Here's what Nick was going to say. Aaron ate my goo. There. Frank, does that help? I gave Nick, like, clip that out for like 5 hours in a row and loop it. And that's mainly, hold on here. Aaron ate my goo. Oh. But yes. Oh my God, Kurt makes food. It's like, all right. You know, I mean, okay. A continuance further extends the unconstitutional encroachment on Nick's First Amendment rights he has endured since the unfounded petition was filed. Why? He's saying what the fuck he wants anyway. At a certain point, matters simply need to be tried and resolved. I agree with you. But, you remember that first time you guys objected to a continuance? That made you look like dickheads. Now, would this one probably have been granted anyway? Sure. But you'd look a lot better position if you hadn't acted like dickheads for the first continuance. That's a practicing tip for you, Frank. That one's a free. Meter's not running on that. In addition, petitioner initiated this action. Yes. He was and remains the master of his action. Yes. As we are all the masters of our actions. As we learn, we are it is the consequences of our actions that brought us here, as quoted by someone else. And they quoted it to say to a child, much like Herodotus may quote the stories and the histories. Respondent has expended time and incurred significant expense preparing to defend himself against Aaron's allegations. How much fucking money did you charge him, Frank? I mean, God, how much are you fleecing this dude for? Like, does mom and did Celeste and Bob just give you a blank check? Because if they did, like, good on you, man. Player to player, pimp to pimp. I respect that. But, like, how much fucking money does this really take? Did you have to watch all of Nick's shit where he, talks? Did you have to watch all of the fucking Hackmania shit? Like, what did you have to do? What did you have to do? I don't know. And any continuance would add there, too. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. From what the courts will ultimately define to be a frivolous claim, I don't know if it's not going to be frivolous, but like I said, I still don't think Aaron wins. But it won't be frivolous. The respondent requests a hearing remains scheduled for July 23rd at 2 p.m. Well, court got involved. And yes, once again, as Nick learns, the old Negro spiritual that is part of the Rekieta family saga. Continuance request granted. That old Negro spiritual. Although you wonder, do you think of the Rekieta family crest, it has like denied? Let's say denied in Latin. Denied without forethought. Anyway, so what happened? It got reset to August 5th at, which time is this one at? Yes. So Nick and Melton, they are at 3:30 and 3 o'clock on the 5th. And the 5th is just under 2 weeks away. So there we go. There we go, chat. That is the Baldo in extremis. My cat's name is Karen, says, who is suing who and for what? Aaron is seeking to, because in Minnesota you can do this because Minnesota is a land full of faggots. You can get what's called a harassment restraining order, where you go, this person's harassing me, ooh, and you can get a restraining order for that. You can, because Minnesota is a gay state, full of cucks. Baldus, yes. Anyway, so that is what's going on. Aaron is seeking one against Nick and Melton. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens. Nasty Nathaniel says, I'm a gay man. Well, you might be gay, but you're not gay like, you're kind of like in Boondock Saints. You're probably like Willem Dafoe gay. Not gay like Nick and Aaron are. Like, that's a separate gay. Yeah. So, yes. So it's called a harassment restraining order, an HRO. So there you go. Yes. It's very gay. Lots of cucks and lots of Somalis. Yes. Tons of Somalis. So. Chugi says he is an HRO but isn't suing. Well, Aaron doesn't have one yet. No, nobody's suing anybody. There are no lawsuits being filed. So. Oh, Legal Mindset's going to be doing, that Vashojo place. It sounds like a Japanese aircraft carrier that got sunk. Yes, the VTuber Corporation is imploding. Yes. Hello is how Asians say hello. Yes. Chugi's saying there aren't HROs here in Ohio. Yeah, we don't have those, but a civil stalking, the closest thing we would have is a civil stalking protection order, which you would have to prove the elements of stalking by menacing. to get, which is going to be a little tougher than just harassment, but it can be done. But yeah, if this was here in Ohio, I don't think Aaron would have enough to meet that yet. So yes, it's Fashover now. Yes. Robin Hood says menacing. Well, in Ohio, we don't have assault and battery. We have, if I punch you in the face, that's assault. If I threaten you, that's menacing. So that's the difference. Stacy says, why does Nick pick on Kurt? I think because he cooks better than Nick can. I don't know. So I don't really know. All right, guys, moving on from there. This is getting to this thing here. I thought it was kind of interesting. In Massachusetts, we talked about this. Massachusetts has a massive problem right now with court-appointed counsel and court representing counsel. Just like many states, Ohio's a great example of this too. There are not enough the public defender's offices. There's a state office of the public defender. And there's a good, like Southern Ohio, very rural. They generally have a contract to represent in most counties in Ohio in the South. There are other counties, the large counties with cities in it, like Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati. They have their own county office of the public defender. And there's a couple other counties that have an office of the public defender. And they're staffed well, and they pay pretty good. They pay comparable, they pay comparable to the prosecutor's office, which is part of the fairness. They have their own investigator, but they only have so much bandwidth. So even in the cases where there's a public defender, you have issues of we can't handle all the cases. So they appoint court-appointed counsel. That's where private attorneys, like myself and basically like 95% of the other attorneys who do criminal defense work out there as part of their practice, will get calls from the court and say, hey, will you take a case? Here's a client. Here's the person. Is there a conflict of interest? No. Here's the charge. Will you represent them? Yes or no? Happens. Misdemeanors, felonies, all kinds of stuff. In Massachusetts, and in some counties in Ohio, there is no public defender. And literally, it's all just appointed counsel. Because at the end of the day, wanting to fund public indigent defense for people is not something people were willing to vote for. People want to build prisons. People want to have really mean judges. They want to have good police. And they want to have prosecutors who put people in jail. But nobody wants to pay for criminal defense. So, yeah. It's a problem. And in some states, it's truly and like here in Ohio, it's not good. Depending on the county you're in, you could get anywhere from $50 an hour up to $75 an hour in a case. And for some of them, you can bill into the tens of thousands of dollars, like for an aggravated murder. But for some of them, you don't get that. For a lot of them, you won't get that. It is what it is. Should they be compensating more? Yeah, sure. In some states, it is well compensated. But in Massachusetts, it's really, really, really bad. And it's getting so bad. It's getting so bad that the attorneys are just simply declining. And they're saying, no, thanks. I don't want any more cases. And they're allowed to do that. You can't be forced to take a case. This isn't a situation where you're the public. And even in states where there's public defender's offices, out west especially, many public defender's offices are saying, we can't take any more cases. We can't effectively represent our clients. That's actually a dereliction of our duty. But in Massachusetts, private attorneys are declining to take cases because the way they get paid, and they get paid like a pittance. And in Massachusetts, it's imploding the system. So what's happening here? Well, it's getting so bad that charges are getting dropped in a ton of cases because people can't get attorneys assigned to them. And like more than 120 defendants, that's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. We talked about this before. But yes, there's an ongoing work stoppage by court-appointed attorneys who want to get paid more. And just one judge alone had to dismiss 120 cases. This is in Boston. But that's a big court. And they say in a mostly empty courtroom, the judge invoked the LaValle protocol, which I don't know what the hell that is, in dismissing case after case. Requires cases to drop. A defendant hasn't had an attorney for 45 days and released from custody, and they haven't had one for 7 days. And that's fair. Because if they can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, one will be provided at no cost to you. Well, if the state can't provide a lawyer, you got to do something about that, and that's a problem. So most were for minor crimes, like kind of boring stuff. But some of them were assaults on police officers and domestic violence. One guy punched his pregnant girlfriend and slapped her. Another is a woman who was assaulted by the father of her child, who threatened to kill her and strangle her. Well, don't burn dinner. And a third case involved a suspect who allegedly hit a cop and threatened to shoot him. And here's the problem. Almost all the cases, they couldn't get an attorney because public defenders had made a good faith effort to find the defendants an attorney. They couldn't find any. Nobody was going to take the case. The attorneys are freezing out the court system. And the cases are being dismissed without prejudice, meaning the case can always come back. Now, the prosecutors are objecting, and fuck them. Maybe this is a sign. This is where if you're a prosecutor, you could go, maybe we shouldn't charge everything. This is a watershed moment. We could take advantage of the fact that we don't have to charge everybody, and we could judiciously use our power as the executive branch to enforce laws and come after people. Maybe we could change. No, that they ain't doing that. They ain't ever going to do that. Let's be real, Chad. Let's be real. So, yeah. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. So, but it's just something they could work on. So, there's going to be even more. There's going to be more and more and more cases are going to get dismissed. And notice the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office is a spokesman. How about we take that money away and spend it on indigent defense? You don't need a fucking spokesman. The fucking district attorney can talk to the press if he needs to. They vowed to re-prosecute all these cases. Yeah, because that's what we really need. That's the answer. Our prosecutors and victim witness advocates are working hard to keep victims and other impacted persons updated. These are difficult conversations. We remain hopeful that a structural solution will be found to address the causal issues here and prevent any repeat. Unless people spend a lot of money, which nobody's going to want to do, you're not going to fix it. So the governor said, though, it's a public safety issue, but also due process issue. It is. And she's like, I know the parties are talking, and they have to find a way to work this out. We need lawyers in court, and certainly they need to be paid. Yeah, well, many court-appointed lawyers in Massachusetts stopped doing their work at the end of May. They're only being paid $65 an hour for their work in Massachusetts, compared to $150 in Maine, and in New Hampshire, $112, and in Rhode Island. Meanwhile, they could be making more than $300 an hour for private work. Yeah. And that's how attorneys, when somebody gets charged with a crime, you start making how many hours is this going to take me? And that's how you give them estimates on a price. And you tell them, here's what it's going to cost you. Yeah. In 2026, the budget does not include any increase for public defenders. Well, no shit. You guys see your problem here. And a bar advocate is one of the people here. And they're saying it's hard for us. Our instinct is represent clients. And we're doing it for a very long time at a very subpar rate. The legislator is the only people that could fix it. Yeah. And it's funny because lawmakers and police chiefs have criticized the work stoppage. Okay. It's very irresponsible, selfish, and it's greedy. Fucking police chief crying. You don't not get to come to work. I'm not taking more cases. I'm going to get money somewhere else because the whole system breaks down. Well, maybe that's a symptom of how fucking shitty your system is. Maybe the system needs to break down, you cocksucker. If it's that fucking bad, it needs to implode. If justice can't be done, the heavens should fall. That's the only way it's going to get fixed. Now you're feeling pain. It's the only way things get accomplished in government is when government feels pain. Then government fixes the problem. Because the government doesn't like pain. The pay of public defenders is it is a national issue. And they say New York City legal aid attorneys are going on strike and demanding collectivization. I think they are actually unionized. In Wisconsin, there's a 2-year budget that increases the pay of public defenders and district attorneys. Why do they need extra pay? And they increase the pay to address rising caseloads, high turnover, and low salaries. Public defenders in Minnesota averted a walkout in 2022. They say a year later, they came up with funding for the State Board of Public Defense. Yeah. Oregon struggled the issue of court-provided attorneys for low-income defendants. And as of Tuesday, hold on, chat. Oh, Kimbo, are you here? Kimbo, thank you. We did your present. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So, thank you so much. So, and J-Rock, hi, how you doing, man? And as of Tuesday, nearly 3,500 defendants did not have a public defender or an attorney, anybody to represent them. Of those, 143 people were in custody, some for longer than 7 days. And think about how fucked up that is. You can have a hearing. Okay, you show up to your hearing, your bond hearing. Your Honor, I want an attorney. Okay, well, until you have that, we're gonna, we can't address. We don't want to address bonds until you get your attorney because your case is kind of sketch. Okay. Well, then what? After some point, you got to let the guy go. So. And amid the state's countless budget public defense crisis, lawmakers approved the use of over $2 million for the defense attorneys to take more caseloads in the counties affected by the shortage, and over $3 million for Oregon law schools to train and supervise law students to take on misdemeanor cases. And notice that's their answer. We're going to fucking cheap out on and let law students get involved. Not hire more public defenders. No, we'll let law students do it and cheap out it. Because you know what? You don't pay the law students. It's an internship. It's a clinic. So you subsidize that, and that's how that works. JC says law students can't even answer basic facts. That's not true. The law students who generally want to get in the criminal stuff are very adept, and they get caught up, like they get learned up very quickly. When I worked in Toledo at the public defender's office, we'd have interns, and they were pretty much on it, and we just had to show them how it actually worked in court for a little while, and they got going. So, yeah, it doesn't take much. But it's the idea that they're using these people because they're free. Because if you tell a law student, hey, man, you get to go to court and do some cool shit, law students are all about that because at the beginning, you're like, oh, my God, I'm cool. I'm learning experience. And then after, like, once they're done, they can be like, well, shit, I want to get paid now. So KLM says, isn't that unauthorized practice of law? No. The Supreme Courts will do what's called you're a certified legal intern, meaning you've had enough credit hours and you're under the supervision of another attorney. Now, sometimes you could apply to go work for an attorney somewhere and you'll be their intern and help them out. But for certified legal interns, it's generally for public sector law where you're prosecuting or public defending people, but you're generally doing it on lower things. And yeah, at the beginning, there's an attorney hovering over you. But I did a prosecutors. I did a clinic where you did prosecutor, like I did juvenile court work, and I was at a juvenile court as a prosecutor for part of it, and then the public defender for part of it. Right at the beginning, you're kind of like, they need to make sure you know what you're doing, but very quickly, I was handling the stuff on my own. I'd sit there and handle the pre-trials. I'd go in on the record, and yeah, I'd fill out the files and give them to my boss, give my supervisor, and yeah, it'd be done on both sides. So Yeah. So it's not that big a deal. So they have lawsuits here, but they can't do anything of import in Ohio. You could basically try it. You could do anything if you're a certified legal intern, but you have to be supervised by an attorney. But it's not an practical law, but it is very considerate to remember that. But yeah, guys, this is the problem. Access to and as much as access to justice and indigent defense is really a big fucking deal. Karen Reed we talked about this. If Karen Reed didn't have any of the money she had, her family didn't have the money she had, Karen Reed, even a Turtle Boy helping, she'd probably be fucked. Yes, Karen Reed could have had if she had $100,000, and that's generally more than enough to take care of an average murder case. You could probably get acquitted if you had $100,000 in your pocket, as long as you're not on camera murdering the guy. That wouldn't have been enough for this case. That wouldn't have been enough. Think about $100,000 fucking dollars. That's house money. That's Ferrari money. Not enough. Not enough. And when you're the public defender or court-appointed counsel, the prosecutor can go hire any expert they want, and nobody scrutinizes how much money they spend. Whereas when the public defender needs an expert or court-appointed counsel, you need an expert, you have to fill out a form. You got to do a motion to the court, say, Your Honor, here's why I need this. And generally speaking, as long as the case is serious enough, you can get that expert, you can get that private investigator to do work, but they're going to have to do work at basic bitch levels of money. They'll make more money than you per hour, and that's it. So yes, indigent defense is something that's kind of shitted on in America, because remember, when it talks about criminal justice, all people give a shit about are the cops arresting people, are the prosecutors getting convictions, and are the judges sending motherfuckers to prison. That's all people really care about. That's the public. That's all the public worries about. It's like I told you. That's why I probably wouldn't be able to survive as a judge if I ran for election. Because think about it, if you're a judge and you say, I want to put people in fucking prison, you're going to get all the votes. No, I think we need to do justice to people. We should have drug courts. We should make sure people are getting treated properly. Not everybody needs to go to prison. Not everybody needs to be prosecuted. Guess what happens if I say that at a debate or a Meet the Candidate segment? I ain't getting no votes. But such is life. Such is life, chat. So, are you brave enough to hate the poor? Well, so. My name is Karen. Says my ex beats me in court every time because he got a high-priced lawyer paid for by his rich sister. Well, I'm assuming. At some point, I don't know if you don't have an attorney, but yes, if he has an attorney, he can always afford an attorney, and he can outspend you. Yes, that's generally. It's like if you're underwater and you and somebody are holding their breath. If they've got bigger lungs than you, there's only so much you can do till you have to surface. So. If you listen to Sean's murder tips, you won't have to say, you could save money on a trial for not getting caught, period. Well, yes, that's true. You would settle for an 04 NSX? Well, yeah, I think a lot of us would. I don't think I'd be able to fit one right now, but yeah, that would be fun. That's a bass boat with live scope money. That's a lot of things. That's an FG42, a transferable FG42 money, or an M60 level of money. So, yeah. I mean, Robin Hood saying that's a reality for trial law. I mean, really, at the end of the day, though, that's the reality. Let's say you got a DUI. I mean, you're going to need money for experts. You're going to need money for a lot of stuff. Just in general, it's not cheap. I mean, if you had a misdemeanor here, if you called me up today and said, hey, Sean, I got a misdemeanor in Cleveland. Okay, what is it? I got charged with assault. I was in a bar fight. It's going to be and I'll be like, what are you looking to do? And I'm like, do you have proof? And it's okay, if you got proof, that makes it a little easier because I don't have to fight as hard. But, you're looking at like, minimum, like if we have to go to trial, it's going to be like, probably like $3,500, $2,500, $3,500. And that's assuming we go to like a pre-trial, they aren't agreeing to drop it, and we say fuck it, set it for trial, and we go box it up. It's like $2,500, $3,500 easy. DUI, you want to take a DUI trial, it's going to be like $3,500, $5,000. And some of that money is going to be costing to try to get experts if we have to. So yeah, money is critical. Money is always critical. So yeah, I can't imagine why we would want to get paid. Yes. So let's see here. Got some other commentary. I just want to catch up on chat because I know you guys were commenting on this. Drive me closest because they don't speak English. Well, that's not a problem. I can always get if I get appointed to a case and it's like, oh shit, this guy don't speak English. I mean, I can tell what language he's speaking most of the time. Yeah, Your Honor, we need an interpreter. And they'll get me an interpreter and I'll talk with that person. Now, for court, that's going to be critical. But generally speaking, a lot of people who don't speak English, they have a relative or somebody who does speak English and they brought them to court. And I can confer through that person. That person wouldn't be qualified to speak in court, but I can talk to their children. They've got adult children who can speak to me. They got a cousin or somebody there, and they speak Vietnamese and they can interpret for me. They speak Arabic. They can interpret for me. And we can really get a lot done. But yeah, that is a problem. The linguistic issues. April says prosecutors or defense attorneys need to get paid what prosecutors are paid. 100%. Jefferson Post says, MGL Part 3, Title 6, Chapter 261, 27A. Jesus. I thought that was a joke on The Sopranos when they talked about the laws that freaking Sylvia was violating. But yeah, you guys in the... Hold on. 3... Remind me later. I don't want to give a shit about that. Remind me 3, comma... I'm assuming you guys just use the poverty scale because that's what we use here. And it's like 200% of the poverty scale. 200% above the poverty line is kind of the threshold. But even then, there's people who, even at 270% of the poverty line, you're still fucking dirt poor. You really can't afford an attorney then either. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys are a little tougher than we are. Whoa. God, man, that's just reading that, I'm like, a lot of people aren't. Most people and a lot of people in Ohio would not qualify for indigent defense under Massachusetts rules. Jesus Christ. That's bad. Yeah, and in the meantime, remember, Hank Brennan got $500,000 for fucking around on a case. So, but anyways, Jefferson, thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe they could afford to pay attorneys if Yuri fucking Buchanan wasn't making $280 a year to be a fucking retard, or Michael Proctor, or Tully, or DeChico, or any of those cocksuckers. Yeah. Yep. 100%. Ducky Fuzzer says, you could run on open courts with every case being streamed. I mean, yeah, but YouTube doesn't vote. That's the thing. Most people won't care. I do appreciate that idea, and I would agree with that. Yes, courts should be available to the public. And Shredder S 07 for 10 subs. Let's fucking go, chat. Let's go. Big fucking support tonight, you guys. Thank you. All right. Wow, we got to, chat, we got to get rolling here. Okay, moving on. We're getting into, I guess, the Trumpy part of the segment here. All right. So, I don't know if you guys are aware, this came out. Donald Trump is suing the Dow Jones company through the Wall Street Journal. And Rupert Murdoch. Keith Rupert Murdoch is an individual, as they're, all the people in charge. And yes, guys, remember, yes, the Roy family is the Murdochs from Secession. They are those people. But here we go. So This is a defamation lawsuit. And what's this all about? Well, the arguments are that in July 17th, so less than a week ago, there was an article that claimed that that Trump falsely claimed that, they claimed that Trump had authored, drew, and signed a card to wish the late, utter disgraced Jeffrey Epstein a happy 50th birthday. They claim that the language of letters contained within a hand-drawn naked woman, which was created with a heavy marker, like Trump is common to use, the big fat fucking markers. So the idea is that Trump drew a naked chick. It signed his name Donald below her waist, where her snatch is. So they're arguing that Trump had sent a birthday card to Epstein. And Trump is saying, "Nuh-uh, that's not true." So Trump is suing him. Trump is suing him. And here's the problem. The case is going to get dismissed, at least initially, because it doesn't matter. The merits don't matter right now. Why? Well, because there's state law. And Trump is suing in federal court in Florida, but it's based on Florida state law. Remember, defamation is a state action. So what's going to happen here? Well, the notice conditioned precedent to an action for prosecution or libel or slander. And before any civil action is brought for publication or broadcast in any news, periodical, or other medium. Oh, damn, I can freaking hear the rain on the roof. The plaintiff shall, at least 5 days before instituting the action, serve notice in writing on the defendant, specifying the article or broadcast and the statements therein which they allege to be false and defamatory. So, got to serve notice. He didn't do it. So, yeah. Yep. So, automatically getting dismissed. So, we don't have to worry about it. Now might Murdoch and them waive that? Sure. And just say, fuck it, we're going ahead. But for right now, yes, they could get this tossed. And yeah, there you go. So that one's easy enough, chat. Done and dusted. Moving on from there. Moving on to the Epstein files themselves. And I'm still pissed. They obviously have them. There's stuff in there for whatever reason Trump doesn't want us to see. I mean, are there pictures and videos of him cornholing a 15-year-old? I don't know at this point. But he's acting like a guy who there's pictures of him cornholing a fucking 15-year-old. They all are. They're acting like it's out there. So I guess I want to know, what the fuck can't we see? What can't we see? And this shit right here just further cements there's some sideshow bullshit going on, because the House Oversight Committee sent a subpoena to Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine, whatever you want to call her. Yes, the woman who apparently only trafficked all those kids to Jeffrey Epstein and herself. They created an entire trafficking thing just so they could fuck the kids by themselves. But anyways, they're being requested... They're requesting a deposition from her in testimony at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tallahassee, Florida on August 11th. That's a Monday. It's my birthday Sunday at 10 a.m. So they're not going to haul Ghislaine Maxwell into court or into Congress in fucking leg irons and shit with the U.S. Marshals. No, she's being subpoenaed and she'll appear in prison. So I will tell you this much. If they pardon her, I'm fucking done. I am fucking done. I'm fucking done at that point. So I really hope there's no pardon coming out. So. I'm just telling you right now, Chet. Just telling you right now. I think they're all banging kids at this point. Well, they probably are. Yes, and the main lawyer claims he has the doodle letter and the birthday binder, which I bet they fucking do. And Trump would just, if Trump just got out in front of it, it wouldn't be a big deal. But doing all this is just fucking killing him. It's just, I mean, I get it. He's on the fucking, he's not going to get reelected. So who the fuck cares? He doesn't have to worry about it, but he's going to fuck everything up in the meantime. So she'll get the Jonathan Pollard treatment. God, don't fucking, and guys, you know Jonathan Pollard, he was an Israeli spy. He was spying for the Israelis, and he got pardoned. Connie Desquad is saying for $10, she's getting pardoned. You know it to be true. That's why I'm just, yeah. If he does, I'm fucking out. I'm done. I'm done, ski chat. I'm done, ski. Every time he waves it away, the girl he's with gets another year younger. I mean, kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that. Yes, they'll discover she's a dual citizen and remand her to the care of Israel. Yes, kind of like what happened with Jonathan Pollard. Well, yeah, if there's no list, and that's the thing, we're going to get to the next story. If there's no list, then who the fuck cares? Eric Foam says we're still talking about this Epstein creep. Yes, we still are. If he pardons her, it'll be right before the term ends. Well, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Because, yeah, anything she says now is completely tainted. I agree. And Connie Desquad, thank you for the super chat, even though that is so black-pilled. I know it. Yes. Look within your heart. You know it to be true. I do. Ghislaine might have immunity due to the deal with Epstein. Yeah, but they kept on doing shit after that. I don't think if that was really something they could have brought up, they would have brought it up by now. So Mark Betterow said there's no list also. Yes, but there are other attorneys who have mentioned that there is a list or parts of list or names and places where they're collected in the Epstein reports and stuff. Josh Schaefer, he's the attorney on Court TV. He's got like the really little glasses that are always colored, and he's out of Atlanta. He has talked about that he's done some work with the Epstein victims, and apparently there is something there. So let us have the names. We'll create the list. Well, that's actually what we're moving on to. That's funny you say that. Funny you say that. Just like Aldo Rain. Yes. Well, I got something for you. Yes, this gentleman, Terrell Bailey Corsi. Well, lights just flickered. Jesus. Was arrested and charged in the United States District Court for the Middle District of Florida. And what did he do, chat? Well, what did he do here? Well, he exercised his First Amendment rights. So on July 15th in the county of Manatee, yes, they do have a county of Manatee, he transmitted in interstate commerce a true threat to injure the person of another. And what did he do? Well, they have a complaint and an affidavit. So we're going to skip ahead here. So the probable cause for this is on or about July 15th at 5:12 p.m., the user TD Bailey and the display name Enigma Gistus, hereafter TD Bailey, or we call him the most base lad in America, made a post directed at X's free artificial intelligence assistant. Specifically, he posted, "Well, Grok, you're wrong. If everyone involved, if I see them in real life, I will kill," meaning everyone on the list, on site, with a machete so everyone could see the blood and gore of the moment. Based. You can't fear death, so you don't understand. I will kill everyone on the list on site, and they absolutely deserve it. No lies detected. No lies detected. No lies detected. No lies detected. Yes, as he lights an American spirit. Yes. Yes. Yes, incredibly based. Incredibly based. Approximately 1 hour later, well, I mean, really, who would he threaten? There's no list, apparently. So he's threatening people that don't exist. How can I threaten? I can't threaten imaginary people. I can't threaten to kill Mickey Mouse and be arrested for that. I can't threaten to kill, I can't threaten to kill Death Watch team leader Titus. Like, I can't threaten to kill these people. They're not real. But approximately 1 hour later, he threatened 3 government officials. Every Epstein apologist kid fucker. Do not know my name. Never met me in public because I will fucking kill you. I will beat you until you beg for your life and still fucking kill you. Government official 1, government official 2, government official 3. I don't know which ones they were because I didn't see the tweet. I will fucking kill you on sight. You satanic cocksuckers. I will hear the blood gurgle from your lungs as you attempt to breathe. Do you see this? Do you understand? Do you fucking stand? My life means nothing. If I could see you dead, it would be worth it all. Fear God. His heart's in the right place, chat. His heart is in the right place. Yes. He's very committed. Do you understand? I mean, I fail to see nothing wrong with this gentleman's comments. And I thought I checked before, but I couldn't see. They wouldn't let me see what happened here. And it's a little sad. It's a little sad we couldn't see it because I really wanted to see what he'd say. But yeah, I wanted to see the tweet where he threatened people because yeah, I don't know because we don't know for real what he say. Who did he threaten? We don't know. Why can't we know the government officials? Because all I want to know is, homie, you got like, if I would have known about this tweet, I'd been like, you got a fucking Patreon? What's your Venmo, homie? I'll fucking crowdsource to that. I'll fucking crowdsource that shit. Can we put money on his books? Yes, you can. Sleazy says, join to the perfect time. Yes, you and your Mossad handlers really got this guy riled up. So, change kid fuckers to Jews and you have an Owen Benjamin tweet. Yes. I'm trained for this guy. Yes. Yes. So far, I don't see the crime. Threatening to kill pedophiles. Based. A few minutes later, he said it's time to start killing politicians on sight. I mean, this will I'll do what Frogan said. Based. 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 I'm like, good. Good. These people should fucking fear us. Eric Foam says actions speak louder than words. Yeah, well, they picked them up. I do agree. Though. Like Memphis Bleak said, the strong move quiet and the weak start riots. If he had just started schwacking people, I'd have been like, based. But he didn't do that. He didn't start schwacking people. So, but there's something to be said about that. You just you don't give them notice. You don't give them a head start. You just start playing. You know, it's kind of like when you're playing football with your friends and they're all standing around, or like heck, it even happens in like the NFL in college still and in high school. The defense is still standing around having a fucking joke and a smoke, and you just fucking hike the ball and run the play. Sometimes you just got to run the play when they're not ready. So, yeah. So, anyways, he did all that. A review also revealed the following additional violent posts from June 22nd to July 15th. Kill them all. If they have a name in politics. Kill them. Reset, start it all over. I don't care how hard it gets, kill them. I'm still really not like, okay. Where's the lie? And then he says, I really mean every word I say. I would absolutely revel in listening to these people gurgle. Oh, buddy, come on. You got like, you know there's a little red squiggle under that when you type that. Gurgle ass the blood comes out of their lungs. Come on, man. You know that's a typo. I don't know what the solution is, but someone's going to have to clean up a lot of blood when it's all over. Like, yeah. Okay. Every politician that walks the streets should be in fear of citizens willing to end them in their actions. That's actually true. A politician who doesn't fear its people is not a good politician. They should fear the people. Maybe not being killed, but they should fear the people are going to drag them out in the street and tar and feather them. And in that way, they should be wary of how they hurt the common man. There are so much more of us than you. Okay, yeah, I agree. We outnumber you. It's just like Space Jam. It's like when the Monstars realized we're bigger than we used to be. There are more of us. And an ineffable amount of animosity towards you. Respect your citizens or expect consequence. Ask the French about it. In no uncertain terms, America first or I want you to fucking die. I'm having trouble finding problems here. If I had the ability to pause time, you would suddenly have a shortage of politicians. Subsequent research revealed that a Facebook page. And he posted a link to his Twitter saying, kill every politician you see on site. Further investigation at Facebook revealed that in July, he had posted a video threatening former government official number 4. Who? Joe Biden? I swear to God, former government official 4, you personally, if I get muted a fucking again, I will fucking kill you. I will find you in the streets wherever the fuck you are. I will fucking kill you. Kill yourself. Die. I will fucking fuck you up. I will kill you if I ever see you fucking die. You know. Oh, God. Fuck death sentences. This is unbreaded. I'm sure that's not going to get clipped. A screenshot from that video is included below. That base lad with his headphones on. Based on my training experience, these are all controlled by Bailey. He had the phone number. He's not using that phone now. The information was obtained through an emergency disclosure request. And they found out, yeah, cleverfellow@gmail.com. Well, God, somebody needs that. It's gone now. They say during the investigation, they determined that he had turned 30 years old on September 18, 2023. He was born on September 18, 1993. So as part of the investigation, they reviewed photographs to figure out who he was. This was the photo on his Twitter account. Yeah, ooh, wow, we got his pictures, chat. It's meant to scare you what they can find. So law enforcement officers also interviewed Bailey at the Palmetto Police Department in Palmetto, Florida. In summary, he stated, yep, that's my account, that's my phone number, and mentioned the statements. Bailey took responsibility for making the threatening statements and expressed remorse. Well, I guess. Bailey, and this is the part I admire the guy. Bailey stated he had possessed a knife, a hatchet, machete, and a bow and arrow. Fucking homie was going to fight on legendary mode. He was going to fight on legendary mode. He's going to take a machete and a bow and arrow and just start Bryan Kohbergering people. Like, Just taking your bow and arrow and just like fucking Skyrimming that shit. Just like, and especially if it's not like a compound bow, but like a long bow or a recurve bow. Fucking based. Yeah, he likes to work up close and personal. But yeah, that's some straight up Zulu shit. Zulu! He's like, I'll teach you how to vote well with this knife. Yes, it's a very intimate way of killing people. Oh, God, but that's awesome for him. I mean, fuck. You know how funny it'd be if a politician fucking killed a bow and arrow? Oh, wow. I'd be okay with that. I mean, that'd be kind of fucking funny. That'd be fucking hilarious. Is the machete for the dense foliage? Yeah, I don't know. He just starts like, my arrows will black out the sun. Yes, he's just going to Agincourt them. That'd be, like I said, it'd be funny if he had like a bodkin or something. Bodkin points, and he just starts fucking dropping people. So. Yeah, use a gladius. That's right. Or have some like Greek dories on hand. You get a politician in a parade and you just fucking jack him with a dory, a Greek spear. Or even better, a sarissa. You could do like Macedonian phalanx style and just fucking stab him with a fucking 25-foot long pike. Oh. Yeah. So. Yeah, the stealth archers, yes. That would be the funny thing. If one of them got killed with a bow and arrow, there would be like calls for having bow and arrows registered. You know that too. So. Oh, but yes, that's some Assassin's Creed shit right there. That is some Assassin's Creed shit right there. So yeah, he got released, but he did get charged. His case is going forward right now. Yeah. So be careful, chat. Be careful, but you know, just think about it too. If you showed up to like to assassinate a politician, and you had a bow and arrow, think about it like this too. Let's say they have marksmen covering them. Let's say like they're Secret Service marksmen or whoever, and you got those guys posted up and they're perched up somewhere, and they got their fucking rifles up and they're just scanning. You know, some guy's got his binos on, the spotter's got his binos up, and there's some dude scanning with his rifle, and they're like, "Oh, fucking target!" They're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Does he have a bow and arrow?" They're like, "What the fuck is he gonna do with that?" Like, they're not gonna register right away that you're an immediate threat. So, just saying, you roll out the ballista, yes. Hypothetically, of course. No, in real life. Don't clip this. Clip it. Put it in every language possible. Start attaching schematics to make longbows and arrows right now in every language possible. Oh. So, was he going to assassinate Crazy Horse? Yeah. All right. But yeah, guys, that's just, it's something out there. Something out there. All right. Now, moving on to another issue here. This is something I know a lot of people are not going to be thrilled about, but I'm going to tell you because you got to suffer, chat, and suffer we must, because such is life. It is life, and it's something we must do. Yeah, a sling would be an awesome one too. Just fucking dome some politician with a sling. You'd immediately disappear in a crowd. The problem is you would need to like wind that up in a crowd. So that would give you away. But yeah, imagine that happens. So like, we need rock control. So Sling saying never I don't David or Druid. Yeah, but like even in Palestine, like in the West Bank, like before like all this Hamas shit kicked off, like they would use slings. They would put rocks in fucking slings and whip them at the fucking IDF soldiers. Did I talk about Hunter Biden yet? No, that was going to be like the ending. That was going to be our parting shot tonight. So, moving on, guys. This is the like. Here's the deal. This is about the idea that like people are going to get locked up in Tulsi Gabbard and like people are getting referred to the DOJ. Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, chat. That ain't happening. It's not going to happen. And we'll get to it. But if you guys have not heard Tulsi Gabbard talk about it, she has stated that she's referred multiple people to the DOJ. And it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And we'll listen to it real quick.
Religious organizations in which State Department officials offered, in exchange for supporting Secretary Clinton's campaign for the presidency, significant increases in financing from the State Department. They also had documents that showed the patronage of the State Department to State Department employees who would go and support Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign. There were high-level DNC emails that detailed evidence of Hillary's, quote, psycho-emotional problems, uncontrolled fits of anger, aggression, and cheerfulness, and that then Secretary Clinton was allegedly on a daily regimen of heavy tranquilizers. Then CIA Director Brennan and the intelligence community mischaracterized intelligence and relied on dubious substandard sources to create a contrived false narrative that Putin developed a quote-unquote clear preference for Trump. Brennan and the IC misled lawmakers by referencing the debunked Steele dossier to assess quote-unquote Russia's plans and intentions, falsely suggesting that this dossier had intelligence value when he knew that it was discredited. The intelligence community excluded significant intelligence.
And I mean, yeah, I think they're going to try to get like Brennan and Clapper and Comey on like perjury in front of Congress, but I don't think it's not going to, I don't see that going anywhere. Otherwise, there isn't really necessarily a crime they've committed.
And ignored or selectively quoted reliable intelligence that contradicted the intelligence community assessment's key findings on Putin's alleged support for Trump. Including this intelligence reporting would have exposed the ICA's claim as
now, ultimately, at the end of the day, yes, should Brennan, Clapper, Comey, and all those glowy motherfuckers have to look under their cars every morning for the rest of their fucking lives? Yes, they should. But, you know, there's a difference between courtroom justice and, you know, the justice of the average man. So, remember, there's still a lot of time for all those things to happen.
Plausible, if not ridiculous. The intelligence community assessment omitted reliably sourced information, such as how some Russian intelligence officials were quote-unquote planning for candidate Hillary Clinton's victory, while others assessed neither Trump nor Clinton would respect Russia's interests. As was reflected in the ODNI documents that we released on Friday, multiple intelligence community assessments released in the months leading up to the November 2016 election concluded that Russia had neither the intent nor capability to impact the outcome of the U.S. election.
Yeah, okay, great. Nobody's going to get convicted. And then there's this one. Breaking, Obama's going to get heckin' prosecuted. I mean, he's already immune. He's already got presidential immunity, but we'll discuss why he has that. Here we go.
Do you believe that any of this new information implicates former President Obama in criminal behavior?
We have referred and will continue to refer all of these documents to the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate the criminal implications of this.
For even former President Obama?
Correct. The evidence that we have found and that we have released directly point to President Obama leading the manufacturing of this intelligence assessment. There are multiple pieces of evidence and intelligence that confirm that fact.
Ed, go ahead.
Director Gabbard, thank you. So just to, two questions, but to begin on that. The president yesterday, you've inferred that the former president helped lead a coup. Based on what you now see, do you believe President Obama is guilty of treason?
I'm leaving the criminal charges to the Department of Justice. I'm not an attorney, but as I've said previously, when you look at the intent behind creating a fake manufactured intelligence document that directly contradicts multiple assessments that were created by the intelligence community. The express.
And you know what? It doesn't matter because it's an official act by Barack Obama as the head of the executive branch and the man in charge of the intelligence community, because they all report to him. He can fire them. He can direct them to do as he wishes. So just like when, anything Trump can do, if it's in that official actions, even if it's bad, it's still fully immune. So nothing's going to happen, chat. Nothing is going to happen. So make them sweat. They're not going to sweat. They're going to laugh. There is nothing here. There's nothing here, chat. So Bronco disagrees with the presidential immunity. I understand, but if he's the president of the United States and he's directing the intelligence community to do something, even if it's not like proper, it's like we're gonna have. If Barack Obama called up, Clapper and was like, well, Jim, we're gonna frame this Donald feller. We're gonna hem him up and we're gonna make it seem like the Russians are working with us. Make sure you put that in the memo. I'm Barack Obama and I approve this message. And we have a telephone call that says that. It's a video of him doing it. He's allowed to direct the intelligence community. I mean, that's an official act. I don't think you're going to get the Supreme Court to say no. Even Clarence Thomas is going to be like, yeah, it's official act. Like I said, what I like all these people fucking hit with a drone strike? Yes. Are they our version of Steiner and Kravchenko? Yes. Oh, God, I can't remember the last name. Dragovich. God damn it. There are Dragovich, Steiner, and Kravchenko. They all must die. But they're not going to die. They're not going to die. Not going to die. So we have zero way to prosecute the corruption, pretty much. There's only one way. You can cast ballots, and you can do it. You can cast ballots, but they're like 180 grain ballots at like 700 yards. So you're kind of doing mail-in voting. You're doing long-distance voting. That's how you do this. There's no, oh, we're gonna, there's no, oh, you got us. I'll just go to prison now. No. These people will fucking kill you to avoid going to prison. And you can't stop them. Or at least they don't think you have the balls to stop them. So, just saying, chat. Just saying so you understand. Oh my God, it's a racist impression. Well, so I'm just telling you, chat. I'm just telling you. Yeah, we have zero way to do it. Really? Correct? Tofu Brain, so would the immunity apply to subordinates? No. But you'd have to prove they did something wrong. If Barack Obama tells you to do something, what law did they break? Other than the ones who may have lied to Congress, what law was broken? What law was specifically broken? And remember, even if they did break the law, fucking Kevin Kleinsmith, the guy, the whole Crossfire Hurricane and lying on fucking warrants. One guy got in trouble and he got fucking probation. And his law license got suspended for 6 months. And now he's fucking working in a job again, making a couple $100,000 a year. There's no fucking accountability in this world. Man's justice ain't going to do it, chat. It ain't going to do it. God's justice is the only justice you can rely on. So I hate to tell it to you like that, guys, but it is what it is. I'm just telling you. Ballot the politicians, pretty much. What's the point of having a government again? You hope they fuck over your enemies more than they'll fuck you. So, You can't vote your way out of corruption, yes. Bay Shaman says, to be fair, all this was happening under Trump. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he cucked himself in the first administration. He cucked himself. So. Special Activity Division literally kills people. Yeah, they do. I'm Fed posting. I'm just telling you the fucking truth. Guys, it's my job. I'll tell you the truth, man. You don't have to like it, but you're going to have to sit here and listen to it. There's still 500 of you listening to it, which warms my heart. If it isn't treason, what is it? I don't know. I don't know. So. Yes, yes, a governmental structure does not want you to have a different governmental structure where they're not in power anymore. Yes, they will fight to preserve their power. It's a shocker, I know. These people will not go gently into that night. Bella's saying there's reasons a trial by press conference instead of a trial in a courtroom. Yeah, well, you know what? Until, here's the deal. Until Trump takes JSOC and gives them, here's a kill list, go execute, and he comes on TV and says, right now, fucking A Squadron and B Squadron of Delta and, fucking red and blue squadrons of fucking DevGru are out fucking hitting right now, and they've got a list and they're checking it twice. I ain't believing in nothing. That's the only way you're fixing problems. The only way you're fixing problems. So, for saying you hate, you say that a lot. I know. Well, yeah, because that's how true. It's true. It's not like cronyism exists. Yeah, but suffer is huge with this one. Yes, we have to suffer. We're Mr. Meeseeks, whether we like it or not. Our existence is pain. So, Trump should have had Milley executed. Well, I mean, that wouldn't have been a bad idea. But he should have fucking arrested him. Listening now, but I need some Lexapro. I'm sorry. Obi is saying this is a charade of democracy and illusion of free choice. Yes. No, we are staying true to the Constitution, the original agreement. It's the other guys who are traitors. Yes. Yes, very funny. Very funny. Yes, on a lighter note, Joe Biden got a $10 million advance for his autobiography. Yes. The Patriots are in control. Yes. Trust Sessions. Wait, why? What do you mean Trust Sessions? He's not here anymore. That's what he wants you to think. Yes, unless Mike Flynn's running, he's got the secret JSOC control center. He's got a talk all set up for fucking Operation Clean Sweep. That ain't happening, chat. That ain't happening. And we're also not going to see the State of the Union turn into Saddam's thing where, Secret Service people start tapping on, Nancy Pelosi's shoulder, hey, Nancy, can you come with us to talk about something outside? Oh, sure. Bop. No, that's not happening, chat. That's not happening. That's not happening. That is why I use the Kirkland brand Meeseek boxes, yes. Oh. Does Sean want 20th SF for domestic work? Well, I mean, those guys are pretty good too, but I'm talking about I'm trusting this to the tier. I'm trusting this to the SMUs, tier 1. This is a tier 1 operation. We DevGru and CAG all the way. Let them handle this. So let me see here. The last time I listened to Sessions is when his message on every arcade cabinet in the 1990s. Yes. Yes. He has a biography written by AutoPen. Yes. Okay. All right, chat. So moving on from there, I don't mean to blackpill you guys. I am so sorry, chat. I did that, but you got to know. It's very much it's like the black guy in Dirty Harry. I got to know. All right, moving on from there to the Breonna Taylor saga. And if you guys remember, Breonna Taylor was a woman in Louisville, Kentucky. She got killed in a police raid that was allegedly a no-knock, where her boyfriend returned fire when the police breached the home. And it's still not clear. And because of that, it's not clear the police properly identified themselves. When he started shooting, he fired a shot, and the police in turn launched 30 rounds into the apartment, killing Breonna. Her boyfriend was never charged. He got charged initially, but was immediately dropped. In the investigation after that chat, this happened in 2020 as well. In the aftermath of the investigation, one of the officers in charge of creating the warrant, because the officers who served the warrant didn't create the warrant, one of the officers on that warrant is now actually pled guilty to fabricating and falsifying facts in the affidavit that led to her death. She has not been sentenced yet, but I hope she goes to fucking prison. In response to all of this, there was another conviction and a sentencing, and that was for Brett Hankinson. And we covered him a long time ago. He was the officer who, if you guys don't remember, when they served the warrant on Breonna Taylor's house, her apartment there, and if you guys don't remember Breonna Taylor, you guys should. And like I said, you guys, all jokes aside, it doesn't sound like she fucking did anything wrong here. Yeah, she had some shithead boyfriends, but she had gotten away from those guys. And the cops were kind of faggots about it. And she got killed. And there's no reason she shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have fucked with her. Yeah, she was an EMT. She had a clean record. She had fucked around with some guys that were bad, but she had gotten away from them. Henrik, you're leaving? Take care, man. Have a nice night. So anyways, they serve the warrant. It's in the middle of the fucking night. And they roll up to her apartment building. And chat, this is a close-up of her apartment building. And this is Breonna's door right here. And you can see, these aren't all shell casings, but, they fucking shot the place up. And then Brett Hankinson, the fucking retard that he is, and you guys have probably seen this kind of style layout of an apartment building. Didn't she rent a car later, a dead body in it? I still don't know. I still don't know if that's true or not. At this point, I don't really trust the fucking cops because they lied on warrants and hid it. So, she was not an EMT. She'd been fired. Well, she still had her training for it. So, whatever. Either way, Brett Hankinson, this cowardly faggot, when the shooting started, he comes running out here, right here. And right now, notice, chat, this is the scene untouched. The blinds are drawn. And what do you see? Shell casings everywhere. What did he do? He shot 10 times into the apartment building blindly. 10 fucking times. 10 fucking times. He almost wounded people in another apartment. Other people were sleeping and the bullets are zipping right through. He almost hit other people. He had no fucking idea where the gunfire was. He just started shooting randomly. So, yeah, so he ended up getting a 33-month sentence. He got sentenced for excessive force. You might say, well, wait, he didn't kill her. No, it's clear he did not kill her. He did not kill her. But he used excessive force. You're not allowed to fucking do this. You're not allowed to fucking do it. So Hankinson got 33 months in federal prison. Last fall, he got found guilty of violating your civil rights for excessive force. And yeah, Trump had asked to give him a 1-day sentence, which no, he doesn't fucking deserve that. He doesn't fucking deserve that. He doesn't fucking deserve that at all. Yeah, you're supposed to shoot a proper target. And he didn't do that. Bella's saying he fired through a closed door for jumping out the window. No, because the police said even then they hit the door open and then he shot. But either way, the police didn't identify themselves, and it's not clear they did. So I don't really feel bad for the cops. And you know what? Maybe these were bad people, but at this point, I don't care. She shouldn't deserve to die. So if Trump pardons him, that's fucking bullshit. He doesn't fucking deserve that. Her boyfriend, the current boyfriend, was not a drug dealer. The guy that was with her was not a drug dealer. They couldn't find any drugs in the house. They found nothing they were looking for. Some of her previous boyfriends had been shitheads, but this guy wasn't. This guy was a law-abiding citizen carrying a, he had a CCW and everything. So they got what they deserved. So, but no, Hankinson got 33 months. Fucking very proper. The other officer, Kelly Goodlett, who pled guilty to conspiring to falsify the affidavits on the search warrant, has pled out. She'll get sentenced next year. So, yeah. Yeah, they shot 32 bullets into the house. And Hankinson already he got found not guilty at a state level trial for reckless endangerment of everybody. And the jury believed his bullshit. And yes, it's one of the most fundamental rules of deadly force. It's just gun safety 101. If you can't see who you're shooting at, you can't see your target, don't pull the trigger. Now, are you if you're fucking suppressing fire still, you know what you're aiming at. So, so what was the point of the falsified warrant? Because they wanted to go after this guy and they had to lie to do it. One of her boyfriends they wanted to go after, her ex-boyfriend. So, yeah. Yeah, they tried to get her current boyfriend on gun charges and he admitted he shot at a perceived threat. So, yeah, his current boyfriend, yeah. And, here's the thing, Bella. Yeah, all this shit they allegedly found, then why'd they have to fucking lie? Which tells me I don't know how much of it's true. They found drugs in a car at his baby mom's house. According to who? The fucking cops? If this is all true, why did they fucking lie on their fucking warrants? So, I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. So, did this come from a paid informant? We don't really know. Yes, he did get acquitted of the charges on the neighbors, which is still bullshit. But, hey, you know what? He's going to prison. And you know what? It may not be for the right... I think that he should still be there. That was excessive force. It's sad, though, he didn't get convicted for endangering, random bystanders. Because he clearly did. And, yes, oh, my God. Over in locals, geez, all you guys, can you guys do something that doesn't have the N-word in it? So I can share it? So, listen to the guy's jail calls. I mean, how do I know the cops haven't fucked with those? So, yeah. So, locals fighting the good fight. Yes, they are. So, anyways, that's the kind of the end of the Breonna Taylor saga. For the most part there. Yeah. Moving on from there, chat. Moving on from there. Bryan Kohberger. Yes, Bryan Kohberger was sentenced yesterday to much fanfare. If you guys didn't know, yes, I thought it was very interesting. Bryan Kohberger's sister and mom went there. And holy shit, Bryan Kohberger looks like a photoshopped. It looks like they photoshopped Bryan Kohberger's face onto his sister. Holy shit, she looks just like him. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah. So anyways, Bryan Kohberger got 4 back-to-back life without parole sentences plus 10 years for the burglary. And yes, here is, and a lot of people got really mad when I brought this up, but of all the families of all the victims, it was very interesting because, you know, one of the victims' families, Ethan Chapin, the guy who got killed, his family didn't even come. They went to the lake, one of his favorite places to go, and celebrate his life. And basically, that's how you tell somebody, I don't fucking care. I'm not even wasting time to show up. One of the other kids, Santa Kernoodle, we learned that her dad lived in town and was only like 5 minutes away. And, you know, was like right there. And, you know, he talks about like one of the positives is that other college students are more worried about their safety now and they're going to be safe. And hopefully this never happens to them. You know, trying, you know, like, you know, and still lost somebody critical in his life. Maddie Mogan. Her dad came up there and oh my God, like some of the family made it sound like fucking break your heart. That guy sounds like he's about to kill himself. But you learned about how vibrant and, you know, these people. And then Kaylee Gonsalves, or how the fuck you ever pronounce her name. They go up there and start talking about hoping he gets his asshole stretched out. Like it was completely fucking ridiculous. Completely fucking ridiculous. Like, you know, it's about your loved one and it turned into me with these people. Like, I don't know shit about that girl other than her mom and her dad and their family like want Bryan Kohberger to get raped to death in prison. That's all I know right now. That's all I know. That's all I know about them. That's all I know about her name. Yeah, they talked about gay rape and everybody was clapping. And it was the biggest cringe thing ever. You know, Bryan Kohberger is sitting there, she's like, sit up straight. And he's like, but I am sitting straight. And like, oh, she owned him and girl bossed him. It's like, no, I'm sure he was thinking I'd love to fucking stab you to death too. When I'm sure he's going to go home and masturbate in his cell to her sister being killed. Like it was literally fucking Reddit in the courtroom. And if you guys want to hear the sister for a second, we'll bring it up because it is just so gay and so cringe. And Twitter got so mad that I pointed out it was fucking awful. It was so gay. It was so gay. Hold on here. So hold on, shit. Let's see here. Hold on here. And we had fun watching it with Kirsha. That was actually fucking hilarious, by the way. Let's see the sentencing. Let's see. We'll bring it up here. Where is? Where is? Come on. Where's the whole thing at? I want the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Is this it? Well, no, because they'll probably copyright. Take it down. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go, chat. This is it, and it's just fucking. Let me see if I could find it. Is this? Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This is her.
Kaylee's brother.
Just list like this is so like people in this court need to make sure they don't have cancer after listening to this.
Hello, I'd like to start by thanking the court for allowing me the time and opportunity to speak today. My name is Olivia, and I'm the big sister of Kaylee Gonsalves, and I was blessed to love Madison Mogan as a sister too. I'm not here today to speak in grief. I'm here to speak in truth. Because the truth is, my sister Kaylee and her best friend Maddie were not yours to take. They were not yours to study, to stalk, or to silence. They were two pieces of a whole, the perfect yin and yang. They are everything that you could never be. Love.
And so far, this is beautiful. I truly appreciate what she's done so far. This is powerful. I like this.
Accepted, vibrant, accomplished, brave, and powerful. Because the truth about Kaylee and Maddie is they would have been kind to you. If you had approached them in their everyday lives, they would have given you directions, thanked you for the compliment, or awkwardly giggled to make your own words less uncomfortable for you. In a world that rejected you, they would have shown mercy.
Well, it actually makes it sound like they would have faked. They would have done everything they could to get him away from them. So I don't really. You kind of make it sound like they would have been typical, like ick, get away. But okay, still not bad so far. Still very good. I like this part.
Because the truth is, I'm angry. Every day I'm angry. I'm left shouting at the inside of my own head everything I wish I could say to you. The truth about me is when I heard the news, I didn't cry. I listened for them. I promised them I would, that I would fight for them, that I would show up no matter what it cost me.
Well, now we're kind of disintegrating. What is it costing you to show up to court? Like, were you gonna not like? Was there a dragon in the middle of the road you had to kill? Like, what was the cost to be there?
I swore I'd never let them feel alone. Because you see, I've always been their heavyweight. I've always been the one to fight the battles they didn't feel ready to fight themselves.
I'm sure you were that sister, that girl who always got in the middle of things and caused problems. I'm totally like, I know your type. We all know your type.
All it ever took was a call, and they knew I would handle it for them, no matter the time, no matter the cost. They could wave their white flag because they knew I would never back down, not for them. And not even death could change that. Somewhere along the line, I started to think about what I would say to them if I was given just one last chance. If I could gather enough heartbreak or love or sacrifice or whatever it took to get just one message across, what would I say? Throughout this entire process, I've written my feelings down at every moment, my wishes, my love, my denial, my anger. And as one final act of love, I'd planned to read these thoughts, even jarring and discombobulating and not even making sense. Because for me, that was true love. As bare and as naked as it could be, not laced in pretty words or dressed for the occasion, but written through bleary eyes at 2 a.m. with clenched fists, angry at this reality. My true final act of love was to continue on without them, for them.
Okay, and now this is where this starts to like, now we're going to be like, here we go.
Dream to read aloud my love to them, to bring meaning through pain, was the latest blow in realizing you don't deserve it. And Kaylee and Maddie don't need it.
Notice she says you don't deserve it, but she's going to give him all the attention he wants.
Kaylee and Maddie have always known my love, and they would never ask me to prove it by further victimizing myself to a defendant who has shown no guilt, no remorse, no apprehension. They would say to me, "Why would you give the satisfaction of showing vulnerability now? You promised you would never back down." And for that clarity, I'm thankful. I won't stand here and give you what you want. I won't offer you tears. I won't offer you trembling.
You are offering him trembling. This fake fronting of you, he loves this. Because he's laughing at you, just like I am, because we know you're full of shit. Unlike me, I'm just like, this is cringe. Bryan Kohberger is like, yes! Internally. Look at him, he's already smirking halfway.
Disappointments like you thrive on pain, on fear, and on the illusion of power. And I won't feed your beast.
You are, though.
Instead, I will call you what you are. Sociopath, psychopath, murderer.
You're not hurting his feelings. He's like, yep, I did it.
I will ask the questions that reverberate violently in my own head, so loudly that I can't think straight most any day. Some of these might be familiar, so sit up straight when I talk to you.
Sit up straight when I talk to you. It's like he's already sitting up straight. She'll be like, yeah, so he knows. He knows. I told him to sit up straight. He was already sitting up straight, sweetheart. And, you know, this is where it turns into, he didn't respond because he was so scared. Yeah. It's like, no, he's pretty much been, you know, stoic the whole time. But if he had reacted at all, I got him riled up. He's so scared. He can't handle being talked like this. Like, really? Really? Everything is girl bossed here. Everything is girl bossed.
How was your life right before you murdered my sisters? Did you prepare for the crime before leaving your apartment? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling at this time. Why did
Now notice she's like, please detail it. Like she's giving him prompts, and it's like you're watching fucking it's like you're watching Blade Runner.
Next subject.
You know, and it's like interlinked. It's the Vought
Engineer
concept.
waste disposal.
She can. Sure. Oh, what? Where I live.
Nice place?
Yeah, sure, I guess. Is that part of the test?
No, just warming you up, that's all.
Interlinked, chat. Interlinked. Interlinked. Here you go.
Recite your baseline.
In blood black nothingness began to spin. A system of cells.
Here you go.
Your duties, do they keep you in a little box? Cells. Interlinked.
Interlinked.
What's it like to hold the hand of someone you love? Interlinked.
Interlinked.
Do they teach
That's basically what she's fucking doing right there. Interlinked. 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 I mean, you're just like, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck did I just watch? It was just too much. It was just too fucking much. Yeah, like crashing out like this, you're Ugh. Those are the same questions he had in a survey asking people about their crimes. Okay, well, yeah, so it's like she's plagiarizing his work. He's like, yes, I recognize those questions. I'll be happy to answer them. I enjoyed every fucking second of stabbing your sister to death. Like, if he really gave answers, she would have fucking lost her mind. But this is just so fucking retarded. It's so retarded.
did you choose my sisters? Before making your move, did you approach my sisters? Detail what you were thinking and feeling.
Detail what you were thinking and feeling. It's just so cringe, regardless of what it is. Because notice she didn't say those are from him. She's like, these are my own. So God, she's even fucking cringier than I thought. He should write her those answers from prison. Oh, that'd be fucking hilarious. But this is girl bossing, like too close to the sun. And then it got even worse though, because after she got done, I think here, hold on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, well, yeah, here we go. This part too. It's like
Less days. I hope it reminds you of what we all already know. You're nothing. May you continue to live your life in misery. You are officially the property of the state of Idaho, where your fellow inmates are anxiously awaiting your arrival. But it's okay, because they're there to help you.
I don't chat. You need to understand, like, Oz is not a documentary. Like, there isn't just fucking rape everywhere in prison. Are there guys who end up being gay for the stay? Sure. Are there guys who do get raped sometimes? Sure. But the idea of this is just straight up like Raperville. Like, no. And that he's going to get murdered? No, he's not going to get it. Like, yeah, some guys might try to charge him rent, but he's probably going to be in segregation the entire time. But guys, like, to act like they're going to, you know, come on. Come on. It's not how this fucking works. This is court. No, yeah. Constant rape. No, it's just like, anyways, here we go.
Hell will be waiting. Quick message from our youngest daughter. Aubrey wanted to say, You may have received A's in high school and college, but you're going to be getting big D's in prison.
Thank you. I mean, honestly, I just hope at this point he becomes like the king bull and rapes everybody there. So it's like, no, I'm giving the big D. It's like so cringe. I mean, like, God forbid anybody in my family dies at the hands of a killer like that. But you know what? I'm not going to, like, if that was like my dad who died and I went in there and did all that, my dad's going to look down on you, me going like, God, that's fucking gay, son. Don't fucking do that. Yeah. What if he's into that? Well, there's that too. And, yes. Well, yeah, I know. That's what they like. This is what these people think happens in prison. And it's not like
rape.
That's all I know about Kaylee Gonzalez. Kaylee Gonzalez, that's all I remember about her. Rape. Her dad likes rape. Her sister likes rape. Her mom likes rape. Her little sister liked rape. That's all I know about them. That's all I know. I don't know about like Maddie Mogan. Her birthday's May 25th. They're gonna have Maddie May Day, where it's like they're gonna have big parties and they want people to celebrate and commemorate her by doing acts of kindness, paying it forward, doing good things in the community. I know that because I remember that. I remember things from all these. That's the only thing I remember from that one is rape. Great job. That's all the world remembers your daughter for now is you guys fucking making rape jokes. Like, Jesus Christ. It's like, is Destiny related to her? Like, it's fucking retarded. Oh. That grandma, yeah, the grandma had the best statement, but I don't even remember it now because there was all I heard was rape. Yeah, they called him acting like a pedophile in the night. It's like most criminals work at night. Like, you said rape twice. Yes, they like rape. Kohberger's like, I knew I forgot to do something that night. Pepsi Man says more concerned about the victim springing than on the murder that happened. Bryan Kohberger's going to prison. He's never getting out. He should have got the firing squad. Like, this is a courtroom, Pepsi Man, not an episode of fucking Jerry Springer. Like, that's like, just because you like Everlast album, White Trash Beautiful, does not mean that needs to be your motto, your creed going forward in life. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's oh. Paul, I saved Chad Zumas likes to anticipate correspondence from the bar. For what? Saying a victim was fucking cringe? That wasn't appropriate for a courtroom? Okay. Call the bar and tell them they're going to be like, wow, bro, this sounds really fucking cringe. We're not filing anything. Yes, we have a very retarded culture. Yes. Jim Cox says, now you're putting down Everlast? No. And so, yeah, the judge should have controlled his courtroom. The judge should have fucking controlled the courtroom. Like, yeah, sorry, we're not doing that here. No, you're not. Like, no. We're having some fucking decorum in my courtroom. So. Did you know Clyde stacking sandwiches? Of course he does. That's how I eat them. They're there. He stacks them up for me. All right, chat. Moving on from there. So Bryan Kohberger's done. We are going to finish up now. We're not getting to the Ninth. So we're too long. Don't read, chat. The Ninth Circuit struck down California's ban or licensure restrictions and background check requirements for the purchase of ammunition. I don't have time to go over it tonight, chat, because we're running long, but I wanted to let you know that is some good news in California. that is a resounding defeat. Now, that said, though, it's probably going to get appealed to the en banc of the Ninth Circuit, who will overturn it. But for right now, the ammunition background check regime in California has been rendered unconstitutional. So, California, you got the fucking dub tonight, chat. You guys got the dub out there in Cali. So, good news. Good news. That is good fucking news. Because, yes, in California, you had to go get a background check for all ammo. Internet sales weren't really going to work. Don't work that way. Yeah, really fucked up. Really fucked up. So, FedEx Firearms is taking orders right now. Yes. Yes. So, but it stayed. I actually don't know. Hold on here. Let me check. Did they stay it? I don't think it's been stayed yet, but I'm sure they're going to try to stay it, and they're going to get on bonk for that. So, yes, you know who won't background check you, Chet? That's right, Stonies. That's right, Chet. But real quick, you know who also won't background check you? The dragonstreasure.com. Use the promo code criminal. Get 10% off your tea, your coffee, and your soaps. From their chat, we also have, you know who also won't background check you? MAF Corp. Well, depending on what's out there, ATF. Yes, MAF Corporation, MAF-arms.com. Promo code POCCRIM for 10% off. Take care of them, guys. Show them some love. Remember, if you ask for it, Matt will give you a lipstick kiss on your invoice. And over $500 orders, Ivan will do the same as well. And then Stoney's Bar and Grill, chat, at 158 East Broadway Street in Rockville, Minnesota, chat. Stoney's is your place to go. I mean, chat, what more can you want out there? It's the place to go, chat. They had Wild Willie's Sandwich Shack out there. It's only 11 p.m. Get out there, chat. But as they got coming up, they've got some great stuff going, chat. Check them out at Stoney's. Thursday nights are bike night. Home of the $2.50 can. So give them some love out there at Stoney's. Serving Minnesota for 30 years running. Why won't I go? There we go. Find the window. I was clicking on it. Yes, that is true, chat. Yes, this weekend, chat, is the Steel Toe Morning Show anniversary party that is going to be at Stoney's Bar and Grill. Go there. Aaron is busting out the Naked Twister one last time. He rides again. Literally, he'll ride again. But he is coming out there. The Naked Twister is going to happen. Aaron doesn't waste time with Strip Twister. He just gets straight to the Naked Twister. Aaron's about that rub in his race and that bump and grind. So don't worry, chat. Aaron will be out there. He will give you the competition you seek. He's going to go all night, chat, for the Steel Toe Morning Show. Like I said, he will be there. Challenge him. Challenge him. Take a shot at the title of who is the best at Naked Twister. No pedos near Cheetos. Yes. So, yes, come and crank your hog in front of Aaron. He will love it. He will love to watch you crank your hog. All right, guys. Now, last thing that's going to happen here, last story that's kind of serious, is SigSauer. SigSauer, the progenitor of the P320 pistol, which later got adopted by the U.S. military as the M17 and M18 handgun system. Also, the people who have created the Sig Spear and the 277 Fury cartridge to try to replace the M4 and M16 platform, among other things they were doing, and probably paid off some fucking generals and Pentagon officials to get those contracts. Well, the Sig P320, chat, is a gun that actually goes off on its own. And I'm not joking like, people normally say it goes off and they're being retarded. No, the Sig P320 is poorly designed to try to get around, basically do everything that a Glock does without being a Glock. And they created a gun that is suffering from manufacture and design defects. If you guys go up YouTube and Twitter, you will see videos of cops standing, they're talking and they're, sitting there writing out a form, and all of a sudden, bam, the gun goes off, shoots them. Like, it happens all the time. And sadly, this happened again. And this one might be the end of Sig. Sig is going to get fucked after this, because what happened? Well, at F.E. Warren Air Force Base out in Cheyenne, Wyoming, that is where one of the it's the home of Global Strike Command. It's one of the big missile fields. It's an Air Force base that doesn't have an Air Force base at it. It's all the missiles. Our hearts are with the service member and families impacted by a recent reported event. A service member got killed because the gun was defective. We proactively offered assistance to the military as they investigate the incident and remain willing to help in furtherance of their ongoing inquiry. We have absolute confidence in the military's ability to conduct a thorough investigation, or working with the Air Force and Army to answer any of their questions. So what happened? What happened? Well, chat, he had his gun. He was a security forces guy. And you draw your gun and you holster it immediately when you draw your gun from the armory. You're not allowed to fuck with it. They have very strict rules on how you handle your firearms in the military. It was in his holster on his belt. He took his duty belt off and put it on the desk where he was sitting. That is acceptable conduct. That's how they do it. That's not a problem at all. That's not a safety violation. The gun's sitting on his desk, and it goes off. It hits him in the chest and kills him. That's how fucking dangerous the Sig P320 is. If you guys have Sig P320s, don't fucking use them. They are fucking dangerous. They are fucking dangerous. And even to make matters worse, the military guns have manual safeties. Bob says, why was it pointed at him? Because he had it in his holster and he took off his entire duty belt and he put it on his desk that he was sitting at, which that's not abnormal. Like if you take your duty gear off, like they were having a briefing. That's not an uncommon thing. That's not an uncommon thing to happen because you can't sit in the chair. Like it totally works. Like that's acceptable. The guy didn't violate the rules at all. So like he took his gear off and it was in a pile on the table and a holstered handgun went off. And in the military, they use Safariland holsters. So they're like hard plastic holsters. They're not shitty fabric ones or leather ones. Like it's a high quality holster and it still went off and killed him. Yes, I agree. Very barrel aware, but if he had turned it around, like you're in a room full of people, there's no safe, like if you're that worried about the gun going off, you can't do anything with it because it would have hit someone else. So I'm just telling you, like, it wouldn't have mattered. Somebody else would have died. So, it really wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. The guy broke no safety rules. The guy broke no safety rules there. So, this is never a problem. When they had a Beretta M9 as their issued weapon, this never fucking happened. Okay? That's the problem. Yeah. Barrel aware is not usually a thing for guns that are in secured condition. The gun was fully secured. It was in a holster. Like, yeah. Was it not on safety? Does the safety not work? The gun doesn't fucking work. The Sig P320 is a fucking shitbag of a gun. Yeah. Berettas are beautiful. That's why I got my Beretta sitting right here on the desk. Sarah says your carry piece shouldn't go off in the holster. Yeah. Yep. It just went off. Yes. The P320 will literally, you can load it and just set it down. And it can go off. You can drop it and it'll go off. It's a dangerous fucking gun. You can Google it. Go on YouTube. Sig P320s, and like guys are dropping them and they set off primed casings. They're fucking dangerous. Like I said, there's video after video after video of cops. Like they're just like, there's videos like they're standing in the lobby of the police station. They just got done doing work and it's Bob and Steve talking to each other. And all of a sudden, gun goes off and Steve's holster and fucking shoots him in the leg. And Steve's hands up. They're talking about something like, oh yeah, I went like this and around the corner, bam, oh, and I got hit. It happens. It happens. Yeah, no, like 100%. John Doe says, how does that happen? I'm even dropping. Sig designed a defective weapon because he didn't want to make a striker-fired handgun. Yeah, the safeties don't stop the sear from dropping. The internal design, and guys, one night I might have Matt Losi. I'll talk to Fudbuster to see if he can really talk about it. We'll do this like to explain it fully. But Sig has been sued a million fucking times, and they've been found liable in a shitload of cases. Peter says, didn't they test it for mass production? They cover it up. Sig has had a lot of fucking legal issues lately. They got caught exporting weapons without licenses and permits. Sig is a really fucking corrupt company. Yeah, the better look is at how to fix your P320. Yeah. It's insane. Yes. It's 100% insane. Yes. Yes. It's a striker design, but it's not even a Glock striker design. They basically did everything they could to say it's not a Glock and make it not a Glock. And it's a fucking death trap. It's a fucking death trap. Torgo says, how do these things make it through military testing if they're fucked up? People got fucking paid off. The bidding contract on it was bullshit. Sig basically said, we'll give these to you at cost because they were hoping to corner the civilian market. They basically, and Glock wouldn't submit a gun with the safety on it because Glock's like, our safety's on the trigger and don't be a fucking retard with it. And for some reason, they didn't want to go with the Beretta anymore. So, and I'm sure people got paid off. I mean, that's usually how this happens. Same reason why the Army got ACUs, these military, branches get new camo patterns. Some colonels or generals end up with a consultant job after that. There's money. These people get fucking paid off. It's bribery. It's graft. It's corruption. That's why. Why did it take nearly a decade for these issues to pop up? They haven't. They've been happening forever. They've been happening from the start. It's just in the military now, there are more and more, people are now speaking up and, the stories are getting out. The military kind of brushed stuff off, blamed it on people or tried to ignore it. The military is just like a corporate entity. They fucking ignore shit all the time. But no, there have been, since the P320 has come out, people have complained about it going off. And nobody believed them. And all the SIG fanboys didn't believe them. And these lawsuits took years and years and years to get their way through court. So yes, it's been reported from day one. This shit is dangerous. And now it's just unavoidable. Not trying to yell at you, Torgo. Just so we understand. Did New Hampshire's SIG's home state pass a law saying we can't sue them for wrongful death? Well, there's an issue. They passed a law saying that they have some level of immunity. But yes, SIG is getting its ass beat in court. They are getting fucking scared there. Why did it become so popular? Send me your P320. I don't have one. The only SIG I would buy at this point is a 226 or a 229, and it's going to be an older 226 or a 229, not anything recent. Why did it become so popular? Because the military uses it. There is, that was what SIG was banking on, was they could say, look, we have the Army's gun. And people buy the gun because the Army uses it. I own a Beretta. Why did I buy a Beretta M9? Because the military uses it, but more importantly, because Bruce Willis used it in fucking Die Hard. It's fucking cool. Why did Glocks get popular? Because Glock cut deals with police departments for, cheap-ass guns, and then people started buying them because the cops use them. Glocks got in all the movies, and Glocks are talked about everywhere. Why is Glock popular? Because it's a cultural thing. Sig did that. Sig has sold a ton of its rifles, like the Sig Spear, which is the rifle they sold to the army. Those go for like a couple $1,000s a piece because everybody wants one, and not even everybody, but enough people want one that it's people because the army uses it. You know, it's a very common thing. Cornering the civilian market by gaining the military market is an easy way because the civilians will buy more guns than the military ever will. And unlike the military, civilians will spend all the money and buy all the bits and bobs and keep up on maintenance and do all the expensive things the military doesn't want to deal with. You know, you might sell 100,000 guns to the army. You'll sell 1 million of those out in the street. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Sig was so sure that this was the thing. They built their own ammunition plant to make ammo for the military because they were going to run the M4 out of military inventory eventually and have so many people wanting to buy it in the civilian market. So, yeah, the same reason why the F-35 sheared the top of 1/3 of the test pilot's heads off for the longest time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you think the military isn't corrupt, there's no hope for you. Yes. You know, I've heard it before from a guy who made it to 06 and he stopped there at Colonel. He said, you can either get your stars or keep your integrity. So, yeah, they cost the government $200 a pop. Yeah. Yeah, the Army didn't want to pay the Marines for MARPAT. That's true. That's true. And then they invented what's known as multicam now, basically Scorpion, UCP. And they didn't fucking use it. Instead, they went with fucking ACU because they're retarded. Yeah, and that was a problem. It's a striker trigger with a frame made for a hammer fire. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The government should have selected the APX as it is and followed the M17 requirements and as a fuck up. They should have just kept using the fucking M9. The M9 was a stable, phenomenal platform. They just use them better and don't let people use them to hammer tent stakes. Yeah. And we're now seeing what seems to be spontaneous run of videos on YouTube actually proving this. You can go back 2, 3, 4 years now and people were trying to demonstrate it and prove it. It's not recent. This is a thing. It's years in the making, man. Like freaking Brandon Herrera, the AK guy, did it like 2, 3 years ago showing this. Grantham's done it. Like a lot of people have done drop test and yeah, there's all kinds of shit. Yeah, Fenris being in the military, yes. I can always tell you we carried weapons loaded. Yes. When you're doing guard duty, you have a loaded weapon. If you're issued at the guard mount, it was loaded by you when you received it. Yeah. You load it and you immediately put it on safe. And if you can holster it, you holster it. And then you don't fucking touch it ever again until you have to like switch it over. You don't fuck with the guns in the military. Like if you have a holstered pistol, you don't get to like pull it out and go like, oh yeah, it kind of looks neat. Or you sit there and play. No, you get in trouble for fucking around like that. You're not allowed to do that. Did SIG outsource production to India? No, they did. A lot of parts are fucking MIM, basically like fucking metal goop out of India. Yes. Yeah, Fair Frozen says, I bought my M17 because the Army uses it. Yeah. Tofu Brain says it was already popular before it won the Army contract. It was, but the popularity exploded. The popularity took off way after that. It really kept going. Metal Gear Solid made the Mark 23 popular. Yep. Mm-hmm. HK superiority. Okay, Danielle. There always has to be one, chat. Francis, that's why I carry I don't know if you're trolling or not, sir. Let's see here. Why do people want a trigger so light? It's not about a light trigger. It's just a not properly designed trigger. But you want a decent trigger in a handgun because the more trigger pull you have to have, it's harder to be accurate with. So yes, you want a very manageable trigger. So, and you were carrying Spyderco before it was in all the movies. Yes. Yes. Well, that's the thing. You know, you're You were Mike Janich on The Best Defense. That's how you know, like when he did his knife videos, that's how you know you're an old school Spyderco person. And what about the P365? Apparently that's safe, but they designed that differently. So let's see here. Yeah, the Air Force is already looking for M9s to replace them. Well, there's actually it's so bad, chat. Here's what the Air Force had to do. SIG is fucked. This is an Air Force like order. So immediately all personnel will pause the use of the M18 modular handgun system for all operational and training activities until further notice. This pause will remain because of the incident at F.E. Warren Air Force Base. Wing commanders and I don't know what DFCs are, will arm personnel with the M4 rifle in place of the M18. So what do you have to do until further notice? Use M4s instead of pistols. Ensure continuous mission capability. Do what you ever have to do. But yeah, you can't use the pistol anymore. Combat arms personnel will conduct inspections of all assigned M18 weapon systems using their technical orders, but also additional supplemental inspection guidance. That's how bad it is, where it's like, no, you can't fucking use them anymore. So, yeah, the P320 is a completely different design. Yeah. Bronca says he carries a 365. Yeah, but the 365 is not the same gun. It's actually that's a safe design. So drinking horse cum, is this a Vosh stream? Well, yeah, James Bond helped sell the Walther PPK. And it's funny because, as Fudbusters pointed out, it's actually the PPKS that we got here in America. So, yes, that's the reason why people want the PPK. So, yes, then there's you out here with the CZ75 on decocker only. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Le Hipster. So, there you go. So, yeah, they should have stuck with the Beretta upgrade offer. It would have been even cheaper. But there's no way Beretta wasn't willing to bribe people. So, yeah, but anyway, SIG is fucked. It's probably going to be like, this is probably going to, SIG is going to have so many problems. So, but we're going to get into that once we get more information. Like, will the people be allowed to sue SIG? They might. They can't sue the military, though. So, with that said, chat, we've got one last thing. And it's instead of cooking with Kurt, we're going to do cooking with Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden's going to tell you guys how to make crack, chat. If you're ready. Here you go.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat. Literally. That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of...
Sounds like fucking Nick, doesn't it? This sounds so familiar. Doesn't it? Yes, this is Nick at... Nick's like, I want to give drug prevention in high school. This is Nick at the high school. Yeah, I'm on crack right now. Oh. Yeah, you guys are like, Warski, no! Oh, yeah. Here we go. Anyways, keep going.
Crack is being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that
He's
it
telling the
binds
truth,
with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. You know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing.
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it that
This is like me. It's like when you guys ask me a question about history, and I'm like, it's not exactly, but you're kind of close. Like this is like fucking learned statesman von Krakenstein. Oh, the CIA knew what they were making. Yeah, they knew they had a banger. They had a certified hood single there. Oh, this has got to be the best channel on the interwebs. Yes, it is. See, we're kind of talking about how, you know, we talked about how to make bombs before, and now we got Hunter Biden telling you how to make crack, y'all.
But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime, you know, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines three really important things. It's habit forming, there is an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea,
I know somebody else has got an oral fixation,
of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children, with a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to breastfeeding. Okay, so that really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have a cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all.
Now, that part is actually true, guys. For drug addicts, they will tell you there's like a ritual to what they did. It was like a thing for them. That is because it's a structure and it's a life. But it's a structure and life around something that's destructive. But it still is a structure and thing for them to live off of
those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine.
So see, chat, even see, Aaron's not making it up. When you're here and you need to be here, you got to take some crack, chat. Got to take some crack.
Just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine reaches a certain plateau of euphoria where you can't necessarily get any higher.
In my experience, yes. This is like a PSA. If you want to completely, utterly fuck up your life, you know, I don't think that anything is necessarily, oh, you do it once, you're addicted. But there's about the closest thing that.
You want to fuck up your life. I mean, it didn't really fuck up your life, Hunter. You're still making like gobs of money here, buddy.
Statement could be true, would be with crack cocaine.
Oh. Cigarettes during loading screens is the hardest habit to break. I could see that. It's a ritual. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Is this more like you talking about sandwiches? Sure. Grand Lighter says, I miss my pot ritual more than the pot when I'm on tolerance breaks. Yeah. Yes. The best attorney in the JAG Corps of the Navy. Yes. Yes. And hold on one second. All right. Hold on, chat. Okay. Fun monsters. I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, there's a couple. Who's this other DM from? Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, this is going to be interesting. We got another part of the Baldoian saga. It's the Epic of Baldo Wolf. Message request. Oh, here you go. Let me see here. Oh. Okay, well, there we go. All right. Yeah. So, oh, shit, chat. Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, chat. Yeah, we got the teletype coming in. My producer has spoken to me. My producer's spoken to me, chat. A Minnesota judge faces a formal misconduct complaint. Yes. From Fargo, North Dakota, from the mighty 790 KFGO. Well, hold on. What is KFGO? What do they do? What kind of is? Oh, it's AM and night. Yes, KFGO, the mighty 790 AM and then 94.1 FM. Your place for all the news here. Get the Ag Business Minute as well, chat. So the Minnesota Board of Judicial Standards has filed a formal complaint with the Supreme Court against Jennifer Fisher, citing misconduct and retaliation. The complaint alleges he violated a disciplinary agreement retaliating against colleagues and attorneys who had cooperated in a prior investigation. She's accused of filing baseless complaints, making inappropriate statements about other judges' mental health and addiction, and displaying erratic behavior in the courtroom. Like, Nick, she's your soulmate, dude. Why did you, this is, all about you. Yes, Judge Pussy. Yes, this is the judge who squirts liquor out of her vagina. Maybe literally. Yeah, I guess this is... It's kind of a win, but maybe she wanted to join the polycule. I mean, look at her. She could have probably joined the polycule. She would have had money to keep the coke flowing. So she has been removed from all hearing duties and reassigned to administrative work. In her response, Fisher denied wrongdoing and claimed a case of retaliation for whistleblowing. A special panel will now be reviewing the case and recommending possible sanctions. Yeah. Yeah, she could have been the new April, a richer April. So, wow, chat, wow. As the world turns. Is this the judge that had Nick's case initially? Yeah. Not understanding connection. This is the judge that was initially going to have Nick's case, but he got her recused. This is the one he claims she fucked over his client and then he didn't have the balls to correct her on the record. But this is a judge in Kandiyohi County. So this is the Nick's neck of the woods. So yeah, there you go. So Rekieta says she was a fellow crazy. Maybe they were buying coke at the same place. That's probably what happened. Nick's out there in downtown Minneapolis buying coke off some Somali guy, and he looks over, and Judge Fisher's doing the same thing, and they both go, and she's like, I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing, and Nick's like, I didn't see nothing if you didn't see nothing, and they both walk away. Or it's kind of like in The Simpsons when Homer and Bart, it's like, oh, good evening, sir. How do you do? Why, yes, good morrow, madam. Take care. Ta-ta. Oh, wow. Oh. Yes, this is the judge who allegedly squirts liquor out of her vagina, according to Nick. Yes, it's like, yeah, where Charlie and Max see each other across the restaurant. Yeah. I don't know this person. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you buying crack too? Let me get out of your way. Something's going on, chat. Something's going on. Oh. Minnesota Public Records have been found out. Yes. That's it. Aaron most affected. Yes. Yes, the judge walks into the local crack den, takes her hat off. Yeah, she's like, oh, here, take my hat. And Nick's sitting there just free-pacing it up, smoking some crack. And she's like, oh, shit, I'm walking right back out. And she had to wait till he leaves so she could go in. And Nick saw her before, and he's like, God, I gotta wait. or they happen to be sitting there and they were just so high they're smoking the same crack, like they're getting like some rocks getting sparked up, and they actually happen to accidentally share the same piece of Chore Boy. Guys, if you don't know, you Google Chore Boy if you need to. But her and Judge Fisher are sharing the same piece of Chore Boy, and they're just like, and they just look at it. It's like Lady in the Tramp, and they're like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?" They're like, "Well, this rock, we gotta smoke." Like, and she's like, "Well, we gotta smoke this rock." Nick's like, "Well, yeah," and they go back to smoking that rock up. Like Grandpa Simpson in the whorehouse, yeah. Well, of course I do. You don't think, like, especially doing defense work. It's like, well, anybody can. Chore Boy's a normal material you may have in your house. That's not a problem, chat. Like, anybody can have it. You know, why do they have it in their pocket? They were going to clean pots and pans. You know, why did the guy have a copper scouring pad in his pocket? Because he's always worried there might be pots and pans that need cleaning. Wherever he goes, he's a clean freak. That's what I tell prosecutors. They're like, that's not convincing me. I'm like, well, what? You're allowed to have it. That's why they sell the little glass tubes in the convenience store. Yeah. So your little glass rose can fit in there. So, yes, it's a Brillo pad, basically. Play the crackhead on the train clip, pretty much. Yeah. God, I forgot about it.
Ah, man!
God damn, that got really loud. That was not that loud before. Holy shit. But wow. Yes. Why is it broke up into chunks? Because you don't want to smoke all of the rock at once. You smoke the littler piece so you could, like, properly burn it. Or you got a license for that scouring pad. And yes, it can fit in the hand of a raccoon. Yes, guys, go down to the Teespring. You can get the crack raccoon shirts. He having the time of his life, y'all. Oh. Yeah, it was too loud, though. Sorry. It blew his mind. Yeah, that's comedy gold. Sounds like, yeah. Oh, at least he's being safe with the chin diaper. Yep, safety first, chat. Safety first. Health and safety is always important. Play it again. You love that clip? All right, chat. It was really loud for me, but here you guys go.
Ah, man!
Check him out, y'all. He having the time of his life.
Oh, is he walking on sunshine? Maybe a little bit. Oh. No, you meant Chore Boy in your pockets and his chunks ripped off. Well, yeah, because you were using it. It got all kind of icky and you tear it apart. I don't question how you clean pots and pans. It's not my job to do that. Reminds me of home. Yes. Was that the New York subway? I'm pretty sure, yes. I can't imagine, like, it's not the Rapid here in Cleveland. Oh, pretty sure it was the subway here. Yes. And where it states is, whoa, buddy. He has a medical crack card. Yes. Yeah. It is sad to say I know it's the NYC subway by the alert bell. Okay, well, it's been a while, so I don't remember the bell sound for the subway there. Yes, there should have a public transportation that's segregated by credit score. Yeah, well, home of the Cleveland Indians. Yes. Oh. He wasted an entire high on that scream. Yeah. Hey, you know what though? I'm not going to tell him how to enjoy his crack that he bought. He worked hard for that rock. He can savor it however he wants to, sir. Oh my God. We just spent 20 minutes talking about fucking crack rock. Oh my God, chat. We got to catch up on some other comments here though, real quick too. Hold on here. How far did I get? Oh, Ammo's currency for 11 months is post HH to pay respects, chat. Yes. Post HH to pay respects. Yes. Green Caps, Locke's been a member for 16 months. Thank you. Thank you for that support, man. I appreciate it. Says it's been a good 40 minutes, Sean. Well, thank you right at the beginning. Debbie O gifting 5 subs. Guys are fucking crazy tonight, chat. I love it. Thank you so much for the support, your generosity. Oh, Pepsi Man's been a member for 9 months. Thank you for being here, man. Says Rip Hulk and good night to Jabroni Marks without a life. Oh, Peter Keys for 5 New Zealand dollary doodles says, is it your birthday for real? Where are your White Claws? My birthday is not until August 10th. We've got roughly I got 3 weeks till my birthday. So not yet. Not yet, chat. Squizgar would say for $5. Seinfeld would say, I'm the master of my domain. Yes. Bad Weather Biker, good to see you, man. For $10. Is saying, fun fact, my dad was one of Willem Dafoe's teachers at Appleton East High School. Cool. Hopefully he's got good memories of him. Maddie says, Sean, Acker PD answered my FOIA in less than 7 days. Is that normal for Ohio? Yeah, most places are pretty, Ohio's sunshine laws are, they get attorney's fees pretty quick. So, yeah, they don't fuck around. Were you asking for stuff for Cyrax? Yes, they're probably familiar with him anyway. But yes, that's pretty standard. Patty says Nick's reacting to Kurt's video makes Kurt more popular and get more money. Nick isn't making fun of Kurt. If people make videos about you, it means your work is having impact. Yeah. Yep. Kurt lives rent-free in Nick's head. Samuel Hartman says Nick makes fun of Kurt because he has no content and his brain no longer holds any useful information to formulate law takes. I mean, really, is it really formulating law takes before? Shredder, we already did this. Jefferson Post, we already did this. Ducky Fuzzer, we already did yours. County Death Squad said, yeah, she's going to get pardoned. Stephen Cooper says, I can't find a fault in this guy. Yes, for 19 months. Thank you for that support, man. Fair Frozen says, you are running out of it is what it is. Are you sure you want to continue? Warning, FAFO territory inbound. Yes. At some point, I figure the cops will come talk to me at some point. I talk one night and then the FBI is going to come out. I mean, they're only 20 minutes from my house. So, Base Shaman says, as a father, this gives a tear to my eye and a return to a long lost faith in humanity. Yes. DF88 says, I'm a Ukraine shill confirmed. Those are fighting words, sir. Those are fighting words. Base Shaman says, my yearning for justice of heaven here on earth. Yes. For us all. For us all. T-Rex Trucking and More for $9.99. It says, to me, this strikes me as handling an absolute nothing burger to Pam Bondi, causing even more public outrage against her, giving Trump a reason to axe her. But hey, I'm just a wacko on the internet. Yeah, I could see that being an option there, yes. Captain Forever says, hypothetically, would Nixon be immune today? I actually, you know what? We need to sit down and think about that. Because, with Creep and what he told Creep, the committee to reelect the president, I mean, what he told all those guys, how would that work? That is a good question. I don't know. Maybe. I'll talk to Kurt. We should do that one day. Kurt and I should sit down and chop it up. Maybe get Ryan Mullally. I know some of you guys didn't like him. I really enjoyed Ryan. He was fun to talk to. But me, Kurt, and Ryan, we could chop that up. That would be a fun discussion. Get a round table. Be like, yes, ma. Be like the McLaren News Hour on PBS. So Ariel says, you know what you did, Sean. Sean, you know what you did. Yes. I don't know what I did. So I just go on talks and then I kind of end up somewhere. And it's kind of like I time traveled. So not always. Kia Patrick saying California had a background check of $5, recently up from $1, as well as an 11% excise tax for all gun and ammo sales. On top of the excise tax, you already pay for ammunition in America. There's already a federal excise tax. Yes, California was fucking people over. Natasha says member for 13 months. Thank you, Natasha. Buying ammo in California is bullshit mess. Yes, That's why the cool kids just buy it out of town. Like, oh, I already had this case of ammo. But don't do that, chat. Don't break the law. It's dangerous. EDW Raptor says, what gun would you feel more comfortable alone in a room with? The P320 or the Type 94 Nambu? Probably the Nambu at this point. T-Rex Trucking and More for $9.99. There's a reason the Marine Special Operators, Delta Force, Navy SEALs, Air Force PJs, and most Special Forces groups all opted for the Glock 19. Yes, because it fucking works. Yes. Pepsi Man says, hearing Hunter talk about crack is like hearing Tiger Woods talk about golf. Very true. Battle Elf says, thank you, AutoPen, for this content. Yes. And then Bush McFadden is right. We'll never know who in the White House had coke and cocaine and left it in the White House. We're never going to figure out who that belonged to, Sean. I know. It's an unknown mystery. We'll never know. We'll never know. Yes, everyone has a passion, and apparently Hunter Biden's is fucking crack. Oh. It's almost midnight. Are we doing local shit? It's almost 1. We got to chat 3 hours. You guys are still here hanging in. Yes, we are doing. Yes, 400 of you. We are doing locals. You guys are fucking G's for sticking with me for this long. But yeah. Let's see here. Lamauda unironically. I don't think most people unironically watching Nick. Somebody has to clip him, and Alyssa does her part. God bless her. And guys, remember, Alyssa is out there battling through some health issues right now. You know, the issue with pancreatic cancer. Keep her in your thoughts. You know, if you guys want to help her out, buy her a coffee, send her some Venmo, show her some love. She would appreciate it. She does God's work. You know, she's, you know, without her, you'd have to rely on like Stalin and Doom to clip stuff. And, you know, you got Alyssa here giving you the good angles and, you know, giving you another side to look through. So keep it up. Show her some love out there. So Sean's gay. Yes, I'm gay. No stream tonight from, no, we are. Oh, he's not streaming. Yes. Well, it's almost 11 and there's still no stream, chat. As the song goes. EDW Raptor says, everyone's sad about Hulk Hogan, but forgets Thunderlips died today too. Yeah, but the Thunderlips don't count. Thunderlips doesn't count. That nobody. Thunderlips not real. We love you, Sean. We just won't hug you. I appreciate it. It's an anniversary. God, I fucking forgot it. Yes. Cue the clip. Yeah. So. You've been clipped. I'm sure I have. Mr. America's still with us. God. Oh. So. All right, chat. That is it for us tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. It's a fun show. Everybody came in swinging, you know, and we met the goal. The goal is always just to fucking crush it and have a great time. So we are all done, guys. I will see you over on locals here. Give me a couple minutes. Got to switch over the laundry. And yeah, potentiallycriminal.locals.com, chat. And I will see you there. And remember, until next time, chat. Oh, actually, hold on. We got the schedule. I put the schedule up. What did I say for tomorrow on the schedule? Aaron called Nick Thunderlips. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they had pet names for each other. It wasn't Pugilist and Chaos. Those are too manly. One of them was the Cuddler, and one of them was probably the One of the Cuddler and Thunderlips. Yes, I'm sure that was as, you know, they could get on that. Hold on. Where is my damn schedule? I put it up, and I don't even have it, chat. What are we doing tomorrow? I forget what I said we're doing tomorrow. Playlist posts. Yes, Friday night we are going to do Russell Greer, the updates to the Russell Greer saga. Yes. Did Lally testify again today? No, I think Emily Baker was late on showing it. She's showing the late thing. I don't think he testified again. So Thunder Lips is what Hulk Hogan did in Rocky 2, because Rocky and Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, for the Rocky universe, that's who he fought. As part of like his winning and being famous, he fought Hulk Hogan. But he was Thunder Lips because, you know, Vince McMahon owned the name Thunder Lips or Hulk Hogan. Torgo says it'll be quick, Russell Greer. I have schedules now. You guys asked for schedules, you fucker. Next thing you know, we'll be having business meeting streams. Yes. Yes, we will, chat. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. It's item abuse. Oh, Fox Boston had something today? Oh, okay. Yeah, Proctor didn't show earlier this week. But yeah, I think that what Emily showed was just she was catching up just because, you know, obviously she wasn't available. I don't think there was like they're not until they come back. Yeah. Lally comes back August 5th. So no strategic planning streams, yes. Oh, hold on. There's just another thing for me. Sorry, there's like a wall of boxes.
I see this. Either you do this on locals.
Yeah. Or don't do it at all.
Or, I mean, you could do it.
Is this lewd? Is this like lingerie for me or something?
No.
Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. We're live, just so you know.
It's the gift I am most disappointed in.
Oh, okay. Well, chat, there's the sport. There's your hook. Come over to locals and you guys can see the gift we're most disappointed in. This is going to be paywalled. So you're going to have to come get it. What? Lingerie's comfortable. I'd wear some lingerie. Male lingerie. They make it for men. Yeah, today was a Brian Walshy motion to dismiss. Yeah. I know it's Walsh, but I always say Walshy. So, yeah, Rekieta. Hey, fuck yourself. I hope California falls in the ocean tonight. Closer chat, weekly schedules. I'm turning it to DSP. Fuck you. We'll put the hat on, chat. I'll put the hat back on, chat. We can meet the goal for another 10 subs, chat, or $30. I'll put the hat back on. Did you hear Aiden Turtle Boy talk about Brian Walsh? No. I scheduled everything right. I booked nothing wrong. I gotta start playing. I gotta get a Switch 2 now. Oh my god, that's awful. Gotta help me get it, guys. We'll do it. We'll try it. I'll try fast food. Oh, I prefer the green hat. My gray heart laughs at the. Oh. Well, guys, I guess we're not going to meet the goal, so I guess no more hat. And we'll have to wrap it up, guys. We have not met the goals lately. You know, I thought we'd get more support. But we couldn't get it tonight. So I guess with that said, we're going to wrap it up, chat. And remember, until next time. Well, actually, shit. How would I hold on here? Never mind. I'm not going to do it in Russian. It's too late now. Just because you did it does not mean you're guilty. Unless you're Bryan Kohberger, you're guilty. Yeah. Also, guys, I know you guys were wondering about Candace Owens. Yeah, she's probably going to win the lawsuit. Like, they're going to have to dismiss it at some point. So, anyways, chat, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and good night.
Weapons, blacksmithing, and models of planes, esoteric works, and even some trains. Much merriment had while drinking White Claws, tips on hunting, and even talking the law. Whatever you do, just don't talk to cops. Even when they nab you on illegal stops. Just 'cause you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. But please talk to a local attorney. Was that the fat guy Rekieta yelled at? Why, yes, it was. He